U Sports on CBC, presented by l'U Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada. Nike, Fox 40, Theraburn Medical Supply, Les Bag Baron Rings, APAR, and by BioSteel.
Good evening, Canada and swimming fans from across the lands, and welcome to the 2026 U Sports Swimming Championships on CBC. It's day 3, the final day of action, where the best collegiate swimmers in the nation are here to take on each other and find out who will come out on top. My name is Amos Vang, alongside Neva Scott Boris and Philippe Germain. We have been your commentators for this entire event.
Absolument, merci Amos, et c'est à mon tour de vous souhaiter la bienvenue à ce reportage de la 3e et dernière journée. On a eu des journées de records, on le verra dans quelques instants, incroyables, et ce n'est pas fini parce qu'il reste beaucoup de nage à voir aujourd'hui, et une bataille également, on en parlera plus tard dans le reportage en français, pour les titres d'athlètes par excellence.
Well, there have been 2 key words that have defined the entirety of the event so far: speed and records. Many records have been broken here over the past couple of days. Neva, what are some of these highlights?
Yeah, absolutely. We have seen a phenomenal performance. We have seen 90 records broken this morning alone. Oh, sorry, yesterday alone. We've seen 2 Canadian records broken at this championship, 17 U Sport Championship records, and a whopping 153 school records. I am so impressed.
It certainly has been an impressive one. And Philippe, on your end, what have you seen have been the highlights?
Moi, j'ai beaucoup aimé ce qui s'est passé des universités du Québec particulièrement. Beaucoup de records d'écoles qui ont été battus. Alors, il n'y a personne qui repart d'ici la tête basse. Tout le monde a la tête haute de dire « Hey, on a battu le record de McGill, j'ai battu le record de l'Université de Montréal. » Et ça va se poursuivre encore aujourd'hui. Je suis certain, le 200 mètres d'eau particulièrement sera surveillé, à mon avis.
Yeah, and from my end as well, I've been calling this has been my 3rd U Sports Swimming Championships that I have covered. And seeing just over the years, even compared to last year, the speed has been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, they certainly have achieved a brand new power level over the last couple of days, but we're not done yet.
Nope.
We are on the last day, like I said, day number 3. What should we look out for today?
Absolutely. We're going to have some fast swimming tonight. This morning, we saw a Canadian record set by Alexandre Lepage in the 50 breaststroke. So get ready to watch that race happen tonight. Had a few other records broken as well. Kyla Sanchez is up there for sure.
Et si vous me permettez, justement, c'est cette bataille-là qui va être particulièrement intéressante à suivre entre Lepage et Sanchez. Donc moi, ça va être mon fait saillant de la journée aujourd'hui.
So, with lots of action still remaining on this side, as you've also seen as well, the graduates just having walked out, and well, the parade has been here a very emotional moment as well.
Toujours spécial parce que les athlètes se tournent vers leurs parents. On les a vus beaucoup. Et même pour nous, on avait un peu la boule dans la gorge de voir comment c'était. C'est un beau moment à vivre. Pour beaucoup, c'est la fin de leur carrière de nageur. Donc, c'est très intéressant.
Well, the water's good. The lights are on. Swimmers are about to come on the blocks. Let's get into live action with day 3 here on CBC. We're back on right into the action. C final women's 200-meter butterfly. That's 8 lengths of the pool.
Yes, we are back today with a 200 fly. What an event to start off day 3 of this U Sports Swimming Championships. We have one final session, for you tonight, and I have a feeling it's going to be a good one.
It certainly will be a good one. At the first end of the first 2 lengths, the first to touch and turn is going to be Jade Lowe at lane number 7. You've seen her all day, well, the last couple of days, and she has been making a mark at 29.69 at the turn.
Such a strong flyer. Jade Lowe is out of UBC. We are seeing them going into this third night of finals ranked first on both the women's and the men's side of competition. So let's see how they do with that lead and how much they can extend it by.
As we enter the halfway point of this battle, the first to touch and turn once again is Jade Lowe. 34.51 split, 104.20 total so far.
Right behind Jade Lowe there is Georgia Dross-Romstead, 4th at Can West in this event. Seeing her gain a little bit on Jade, who went out pretty fast, and let's see how this rest of this 200 fly plays out.
We're seeing some clear contentions for the leadership at this point as we enter the 3/4 way point. Let me tell you, Jade Lowe still looking pretty strong right now. 140.49, 36.29 split. 2 more lengths to go for them.
As these swimmers head into this last 50 of their 200 fly, they are going to be trying to keep that head down, smooth swimming, and some strong dolphin kicks to get them through to the wall.
Here they come down the final stretch with strong arms, strong kicks, and a strong level overall, but it's going to be a bit of a change. Jade Lowe has fallen behind, but who will get the touch first between 4 and 5? Georgia Dross-Romstead will get the first touch, 2:17.37.5 1/100ths of a second ahead of Hannah Gallagher.
Big smile there for Georgia, and what a great swim in this C final.
That ends the C final, and the results are official. Dross-Romstead of the University of Victoria will get the win for this C final. 2:17.37 is the time. Now we head into the B final. This time the fastest qualifier in the B final, Lauren Anthony of the University of Guelph Griffins. The time of 2:18.48. These swimmers are ready to go.
And they are off for the B final in this event. It is day 3 of competition, but we are still seeing record-breaking amounts of personal bests in the morning, which means that to get into a final at night, it is taking athletes to be their very best. And we are seeing it. So let's see how many more best times we have tonight.
Plenty of opportunity to see those best times as we head into the quarter-way point of this B final. The first to touch and turn will be in lane 5, Caitlin Liu. 30.01 is the time.
Keep your eye on Caitlin Liu here, who just touched first. She was golden in Canada West in this event. So very strong performance from her this season.
Absolutely a strong performance, and they head back down towards the halfway point. Still a tight race and contention between all these swimmers. A bit of a battle between Caitlin Liu and Aria Jade Fortier. As they come down to the halfway point, the first to touch and turn will be Caitlin Liu. 34.77 at the split, 104.78 at the time.
Aria Jade Fortier there with a strong underwater finalist at the RSEQ Championships in this as well.
Fortier has overtaken Liu, but it's still way too close. Can the underwater make a difference for Liu? No, it will not. In fact, she will fall behind just over a half a body length at that point. The new leader right now, Fortier, over in lane 6, but a battle in lane 3 also is going to be a battle there too. Fortier still gets the first touch there at the 3/4 way point, 140.20. Raphael Lord, 140.55. She overtakes and goes into second.
That is Lord coming up on her RSEQ competitor. Let's see what they do in this last 25. This is a grueling race, but they are fighting through.
The lungs are burning. The legs are tired, but the fire is still there, coming down to the last stretch. Here come the swimmers right down. Fortier having the lead at the very end when it mattered most to touch first. 2:16.17, the final time at the wall.
Great swim there for these ladies. Very strong B final and gaining some valuable points. As we head into tonight's final day of competition, a reminder for viewers at home that athletes in A, B, and C finals are scoring valuable team points towards that team banner or team position.
And as you see, the results are official. Aria Jade Fortier gets the win in the B final. 2:16.17 at the time. Lord just behind her.
We are now waiting for our A final to come out. In lane 4 of our A final, we have Nina Mullen, fastest qualifying time this morning in a time of 2:13.53. She was a gold medalist yesterday. Let's see what Nina has in her tank tonight.
Absolutely, as you said, Nina in lane 4, 2:13.53 at the qualification time. Looking quickly back at the records. The U Sports record for this event set by Audrey Lacroix in 2007, 2:08.69. And she also holds the Canadian senior record, 2:03.20, also in 2009. This is a pretty strong record, but Nina Mullen, fastest lane. Tinmouth, we've seen her a couple of times as well, 2:15.55, her qualification time. She's been having a roll at these championships as well.
Absolutely, Iris Tinmouth won this at RSCQ. We just saw Caitlin Stanilovic come out. She got silver at her recent OUA championships, and the golden girl at these OUA championships was none other than Nina Mullen, who you are seeing coming out here, getting ready for this 200 fly A final.
Here's the start list for the women's 200-meter butterfly championship final. Again, Mullen, Stanilovic, Yao, 3 U of T varsity blues here, but also three McGill students also in this championship final. The water's good, lights are on, sun's blaring down. The whistle's off and the swimmers are on the blocks. This is the championship final of the women's 200-meter butterfly.
They are out some fast reaction times there on the board. Even at the beginning of a 200-meter butterfly, watch their underwaters on this and watch these turns as these ladies attack this short course race.
Those turns, as you said, Neva, very crucial for this particular race and really for every race as well. The first early leader at the quarter-way point will be over in lane 6. Angel Yao, 29.04 at the turn. U of T is leading 1, 2, and 3 so far at this point in the race.
Yes, it is. These athletes will have a variety of strategies. 200 fly, definitely treated as an endurance event. It is a difficult one. Some athletes will go out fast, some will build, as you will see in these next few lengths.
Halfway point, Yao still has the lead, but Mullen quickly catching up. 1:02.18 at the turn, 33.14. It's a split again. It's been all U of T. 1, 2, 3 so far.
Nina Mullen, defending champion in this U Sports 200 fly, looking to catch up to her teammate Angel Yao, and that she is doing.
Absolutely, she is doing it right now, but U of T has been very much showing how strong they are in this event. All U of T, Nina Mullen catching up to Angel Yao, showing why she is the fastest qualifier. Here comes Mullen, touching at a time of 1:36.72. 2 more lengths to go.
Could it be a U of T sweep? Let's see if these girls can hold off the rest of the field. They are hungry and they are trying to catch them, but can they do it?
Mullen Now way ahead of the rest of the competition, but Yao still in second and Stanolovic still in third. Mullen turns first. Here they come down the final stretch. Lungs are burning, legs are burning, but the fire is still there. Mullen leading the charge. U of T still 1, 2, 3 as they come down the wall. Mullen gets the first touch, 2:11.96. Yao at 2:14.34, and Stanolovic 2:15.21. It is a U of T sweep.
I think that is the first U of T sweep of the weekend. Look at that reaction from these athletes and their teammates. They are excited. What a great feeling to win an event and to medal alongside your teammates and training partners. Official results.
Spectacular performance for U of T in this one. Again, 2:11.96. Nina Mullen in this one. Yao at 2:14.34. Stanolovic 2:15.21. But a great effort by everybody else.
Absolutely.
As we switch right over to the men's side of the 200-meter butterfly. But before we get to that interview, here we go to the Champions Corner with Kyle Sockwell.
Looks like Nina just needed a quick nap there. She's on her way, Kyle, I promise.
All right, I'm joined poolside by Nina Mullen. You won another title tonight. Looked like you just laid down on the ground. Is the 200 butterfly a little bit difficult?
What?
Is the 200 butterfly a little bit difficult?
Yeah, I guess. Actually, on the bus ride here, my teammates and I were having a discussion what 200s are the hardest, and breaststroke and fly are actually the bottom two. Yeah.
What was the top choice?
Honestly, long course 200 freestyle is definitely harder, but backstroke, like, your legs are just shot if you're doing the right underwaters. But other than that, I'm really glad because that was my last individual race ever. And after tonight's relay, I'll be officially retired. And I want to say I love my team so much. And I'm so incredibly proud that Katie Stan got her first medal, and Angel Yao got her first medal as well. So 1, 2, 3 makes it extra special.
Well, what a swim. The 200 butterfly, difficult event. Y'all made it look easy. Congratulations. One more round of applause for your champion.
Thank you so much, Kyle, and congratulations to Nina Mullen once again. You heard it right here, flexing a little bit, actually, talking about this event being actually pretty easy for her, but also announcing her retirement from swimming after this championships. A bittersweet moment, but a great way to end it with a gold medal.
Absolutely. Interesting hot take on how difficult a 200 fly is. I wonder what everyone else in the building is thinking. I don't know. But you will hear some similar sentiments tonight. This is the last night of racing for a lot of athletes. So keep that in mind. Emotions are high as we head into these next events.
And you saw Kyle's reaction there. He was a little surprised, too, from that reaction as well. But let's get into the C final of the men's 200-meter butterfly.
Nina is successful, and I trust her opinions.
Once again, 8 lengths of the pool for butterfly.
We are headed into this C final of the men's 200-meter butterfly. Fastest seed in this race is going to be lane 4, Tristan Labarre from Laval.
At the quarter-way point, the first to touch and turn is Tristan Labarre, 26.55 at the turn, but Colin Shearer at 26.85, just behind him in this one.
Labarre got bronze in this event at the RCQ Championships. Decorated swimmer headed into the C final.
Still a close battle between them, but Labarre still with a decent lead ahead of the rest of the pack. At the halfway point, he will touch and turn at 35.7 split. 57.12 so far is total for him.
look at the strength of these swimmers. We really are seeing the best of university swimming in these heats. Such a strong event. We saw many team records this morning, barely getting you into a C final, and that just goes to show how deep this field is.
And as Labar will still maintain the lead, touching and turning at the three-quarter weight point at 129.03, it just goes to show year after year, university swimming in Canada has been very much getting better and better and better and faster and faster and faster.
Absolutely it has, and we love to see it.
And we love to see the ends right here. The lungs are burning, the legs are burning, the arms are also burning, but the fire's still there. A lead change has happened at the last minute. My goodness, Labar has lost the lead. Noah Taylor, when it mattered most, takes the C final, 2:01.13.
Great time there for Taylor. He is happy and excited about it.
Absolutely he is. He was trailing for the entirety of the race, and then when it mattered most, he got the first touch. Those official results are, well, official. We do have an unfortunate disqualification in this one, but Taylor's time stands 2:01.13. As we enter the B final, Zach Parise of the UBC Thunderbirds, we've seen him in a bunch of these final events over the last couple of days. He's the fastest B finalist right here with a time of 1:59.70.
Zach Parise going in decorated already. Gold in the 200-meter free and silver in the 400.
Right off the bat, as expected, close battle across the board. As they turn back over, still close around. No clear leader just yet. This underwater may define it. Lane 4's very own Zach Parise still in the lead at this point in the race. 26:02 is the time at the turn.
Keep an eye there on Kevin Zhang in lane 6 from Waterloo. Has been an incredibly dominant athlete in this event over the past few years. Was 4th at U Sports Championships last year.
As we come down the halfway point, still Zach Parise way out in front. Now we've got a bit of a clear lead, but he is still challenged hard at the halfway point. Parise touches and turns, 55.51, 29.49 split. He's still looking pretty strong.
Yes, he is. Almost a full body length ahead. His stroke is so smooth. Dolphin kick perfectly in line with his arms when it needs to be.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not a swimmer, as you know, but if I had to pick it personally, I was terrible at butterfly, to be honest with you. That was my least favorite stroke of this one. So I'm always in admiration of all the swimmers who can pull this off so well. But as we hit the three-quarter weight point, Zach Parise, 1:26.06 turn. He still has a confident lead.
And it is looking like Robin Domingo trying to catch up here, seeing if he can do it in this last 25, upping that stroke rate a little bit.
We've seen it once already. The underwater has made a big difference, but I think Domingo is taking too little too late at this point. All the way down the end, Zach Parise will still get the first touch. 1:56.77.
Zach Parise taking off a few seconds from this morning there. What a great performance.
Great performance from all of the swimmers in the pool. The results are official.
We are now headed into the A final, where we saw quite a few personal bests and season's bests this morning. So let's see some more fast swimming.
Actually, wait, there is an amendment at this point. Not yet fully official yet, at least from what we're seeing here. Or maybe I'm just reading the wrong board at this point. Wait, actually, yeah, it's been a bit of a long day. Yeah, it is official. I'm actually reading the next final coming up. It is the A final, the championship final, the fastest one. I'm already seeing a couple of well-known names here. We've got Bill Dongfang, Aiden Kirk, Benjamin Lowen, Andrew Coombs, Alexander Bowden. Wow, this is a very, very, very stacked event. And yes, now the results for the B final are truly official now. That was actually the right call on my end. Now, let's move into the championship final.
Absolutely. Heading into this event, last year's podium was looking like Finley Knox, golden, Ben Lowen, silver, and Bill Dongfang coming in third. We are seeing Bill Dongfang go in with that top spot, defending bronze medalist. Can he improve it? Bill is from Victoria, BC. I actually grew up training with him at the age of about 8 or 9, and he has just been such a hard worker. So great to see him going in first tonight into the final.
Good to see Victoria, BC doing well. I was born in Victoria, BC as well, so kind of a small world here at this point on all seeing in the same place, but good stuff to him and also to the rest of the swimmers at this point.
Absolutely. We are also seeing Ben Lowen is going to be in this heat, who is silver medalist. We're seeing Aiden Kirk, who has already been a golden boy in the 400 freestyle, took gold in 200 fly at Canada West. So I'm excited for this final. Let's see what happens. Taking a quick look at our rankings. These are not quite updated, but as of the beginning of the competition today, we had Western University in 5th place on the women's side with 340 points. University of Calgary second, 471. McGill 612. University of Toronto 744, and University of British Columbia 1,073.
Impressive results so far from UBC, but great efforts from the rest of the competition. Now we're getting all set and ready to go for the championship finals. Here they come into the pools. Jack Harrison, again, you've seen them all competition so far, 158.61 qualifying for the championship final. Got Bowden also here from the Thunderbirds as well coming into this mix. Lowen, again, in some of these championship finals, he's been a very strong contender coming in for this part of the race.
Absolutely. So Alexander Bowden, their only contestant who is not from University of British Columbia or University of Toronto. So we're seeing a pretty split down the middle heat here with Alex Bowden as the exception. Aiden Kirk coming in here now, like I mentioned earlier, golden at Can West in this event.
Well, Bill Dongfang is going to be coming in right now. There is the man right there. 156.30 was his qualifying time at this one.
We haven't seen Bill in many other races this weekend, but he is heading in dominant looking into this 200-meter butterfly. Keep an eye, too, on Elijah Daly, lane 3. Also competes for Bermuda, was a bit of a late addition to the U of T team this year, but has been just showing huge success and working incredibly hard, just like everyone else in this heat.
That's about a strong performance there. Plenty of U of T presence here and plenty of UBC presence here as well. The water is good. Lights are on. The sun is up. The second whistle has blown, and the swimmers are on the blocks. This is the championship final of the men's 200-meter butterfly.
They are in the water. The U Sports Championship record in this event is currently sitting at 153.67, set by Finley Knox last year, and the Canadian senior record is Ilya Karun at 150.86, so keep those in mind as we see some fast results.
An early lead right now, just on the inside out on lane over 6 from Benjamin Lowen. He will touch and turn first. 24.99 is the time.
Silver medalist from last year, going in as the strongest competitor looking at those results. Not surprising to see him take an early lead here.
Lowen looking pretty strong right now with an early lead. He is trying to maintain it at this point as they come down the halfway point. My goodness, that speed is, and that gap is really, really far at the halfway point. Lowen gets 53-3-2 on the board right now, 28-3-3 in the split. But does he have enough in the tank to go through the second half?
53.32 to go out. That is impressive. Look at this speed. Already had some medals under his belt this weekend, and he wants more.
Oh my goodness. Lowen.
His teammates are shocked.
The speed is somehow out of nowhere. I think he just achieved a new power level in between this. Three-quarter way, 122.58. What is going on here? Over in lane 6, he has discovered a new power level.
Look at him go. The crowd is on their feet. Everyone is watching to see if Ben Lowen can hold it off for this last 25.
Lowen's power level is over 9,000. He has almost a half pool lead in the rest of the pack. Lowen coming down to the wall. He will touch first. 153.22. That is a new U Sports record.
Another one has fallen. Number 18 of the weekend. Congrats to Ben Lowen. What an impressive result.
Wow, that was very, very much an impressive performance. Those are official results. A brand new U Sports record broken. And that previous one set by Finley Knox was just a year old. Lowen found something within him. And on the power of trust and his team and hard work, gets the U Sports record.
Absolutely. Second place to Bill Dongfang. Third place to Aiden Kirk. Great performances across the board. Congrats, everyone. Now let's hear from Ben Lowen and Kyle Sockwell in the championship corner.
Joined by your champion, Ben Lowen. You had teammates in that final where you dropped a 153, broke the U Sports Championship record. How much does it help having such a great training group for an event like the 200 butterfly?
Oh, it's incredible. 200 fly is definitely one of the harder ones, so having guys push you every day is huge.
So looking around here, we've got a full house. The venue's dressed up. How much does the environment help you as you walk in these doors, get in the right mindset to do something like you just did?
It's great. For an event like that, you want adrenaline, and having a lot of people cheer gives that to you.
Awesome. One more round of applause. New U Sports Championship record, Benjamin Lowen.
Great. Thank you so much, Kyle Sockwell. And an impressive performance, again, by Ben Lowen. I mean, I know we keep saying we shouldn't count anybody out, but that performance was, even in this situation, was spectacular.
Absolutely it was. Just from the get-go, so strong. And now we are getting into this women's 50 breast. We have a woman to watch here. In the A final, we're going to see Alexandre Lepage, who set a Canadian record in the morning. Let's see if she can do it again, and let's see some more fast swimming.
Now, you'll blink, you'll miss it. 50 meters of breaststroke C final, the fastest qualifier in the C final, 32.53. That is Adriana Martone.
Adriana Martone setting a Brock University record this morning and a personal best time. Can she get under it again? That time was 32.53.
As expected, a close battle across the board. It's going to be hard down to the line. They get past the flags. They come down to the wall. The first to touch is in lane green, Valentina Kolichev. She gets the win for the C final. 32.36 is her time.
Great race there from these ladies. First place, Kolichev of McGill. Second place is Lehman, and third place is Martone. And that is another new record for Adriana Martone of Brock University, getting under her own one that she set earlier today.
We are still waiting for the results to be official, and there they are, 32-36. Valentina Kolichev getting the win for McGill in the C final. Let's move on to the B final.
We have some more names to watch out for here in this B final. Fastest seed in the B final this morning, Emilia Mastro Mateo of McGill University, 32-12.
That's 2 lengths, and as expected, close across the field, close across the pool.
They are off, strong swimming, close race between lane 4 and lane 5.
Here they come down the final stretch. No clear leader as of yet, but we will see in the last 12 and a half. A hard battle out in front. Mastro Mateo trying to get up in front, but it's too close to call. The first to touch in lane 5, Natalie Day, 31.83 is the final time.
Huge congrats to these ladies. Such strong swimming. We are now getting ready for this A final to come on into the pool deck.
As we have these official results, as you said earlier, Neva, a brand new Canadian record set by Alexandre Lepage in the morning, 29.91. And she will have a chance maybe even to break it again as well.
Absolutely, but do not count out the rest of the field. Eloise Allen in lane 5, Shona Branton, lane 3, Ella Collins, 6, Hannah Nordquist, 2, Chloe Danks, 7, Julie Nolan McCarthy, lane 1, and Julianne Moore in lane 8. What a strong heat of ladies tonight.
A very stacked event in this one. No surprise right now. You've seen them all night, all 2 nights rather. Very, very strong competitors across the field so far. And in an event like 50-meter breaststroke, it's extremely, extremely close, so really anybody can still come on top of this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Ella Collins coming out here of Western University, graduating athlete, likely her last race. Same with her teammate, Shona Branton. Such a strong breaststroker over the past few years.
There goes Eloise Allen, 30.61, her qualifying time for this one. And the Canadian record holder right now, Alexandre Lepage, looking strong and focused, 29.91, a Canadian record qualifying time.
Alexandre Lepage has won gold in all of the events that she has been in individually this weekend. Can she do it for a 4th time?
Here's the start list for the women's 50-meter breaststroke championship final. Again, Lepage in lane 4, but do not count out the rest of the competition. We could potentially see an upset here.
They are getting ready. I'm sure nerves are high, but 50 meters of breaststroke. Let's see it.
Water's good. Lights are on. First whistle's gone. So has the second. Swimmers on the blocks. This is the championship final of the women's 50-meter breaststroke. You'll blink and you'll miss it. 2 lengths of the pool. Close across the board as expected. It's going to be close down on the line as expected right now. Lepage trying to hang on to the lead. Long underwater swim by Eloise Allen, but here comes Lepage cranking it up to 1,000. Can she come down the wall in time and maintain the lead? She will get the first touch, 30.08, as she gets the gold in this one.
Great swim there from her. First place, Alexandre Lepage. Second place, Eloise Allen. And third place goes to Shona Brantern of Western University, all hugging in the middle of the pool. Such nice camaraderie that we're seeing right now.
And I gotta say, those official results are, well, once again finalized and official. Lepage not only wins a gold medal, but sets a Canadian record in the morning in this same event. So a fantastic performance for her so far in this entire championships.
Absolutely. Let's hear from Alexandre and Kyle Sockwell.
All right, I'm joined by your champion, Alexandre Lepage. I know just a little bit outside of breaking that 30-point barrier again, but I want to bring up again that you did it this morning. You went 29.91, breaking the Canadian record. How great was that prelim swim?
It was awesome, you know, like we were like, might as well do it in the morning, and I was just happy I was able to put together that swim.
Well, you've put together some great swimming out here. We saw you put together a great 200 freestyle last night. How fun was that?
It was fun. I love doing the relays with my team, so to be able to put up a good time for that was awesome.
Awesome. One more round of applause, not only just for a U Sports champion, but a new Canadian senior record holder, Alexandre Lepage.
So congratulations to Alexandre Lepage. Again, setting a new record and winning the gold in this event, all in the same day.
Absolutely. We are now headed into the C final. Fastest seed of the men's 50 breaststroke C final this morning was Cameron Corchen Carter of the Brock Badgers. He set a school record in the 200 breast. Can he do it again?
28.10 was the qualification time for him as they get set up for the C final.
They are off. Strong swimming here.
Close battle across the board. Quite even with no clear leader as of yet. A hard battle across everyone. The first to come down the wall and touch first is once again Corchen Carter getting the first touch, 27.89 at the wall, taking the C final.
First place there was Brock. Second place going to Quinn Nolan of Dalhousie. And third place going to Josiah Tarico of McMaster University. Last race of his career, great way to end it off.
And those results are official as we head on to the B final. And I've already seen a couple of names here that are recognizable. Eric Linseisen and Glenn O'Mealan, as well as Jordan Raum in this one.
Lots of recognizable names. We are seeing our fastest seed here in the B final is Hayden Young of McMaster, going in with a 27.69. Strong pull-out, and they're up in the water. Quick stroke rate in this first 25 meters of the 50 breaststroke. Look at them go to the turn.
Halfway point, here they come down the final stretch. Yet another close battle between all of them. Coming down the wall, it looks like lane two's very own Eric Linseisen might have the edge here. Can he keep on it? Yes, he will. 27.55. He takes the B final.
Eric Linseisen, golden in this event at his Conference Championships RCQ event. Great way to take the B final. Second place there, Isaac Allen of Western, and third place, Nathan Thomas of U of T.
The results on the board are official. Linseisen, once again, 27.55, his final time, out-touching Isaac Allen and Nathan Thomas. In a hard-fought battle in the B final, everyone within the 27-second mark.
We are now headed into our A final of the men's 50 breaststroke. Podium for last year winner was Hugo Lemel. Second place, Garrett Brenson, both of whom are not in the field anymore. So that is leaving first and second place wide open. Stephen Moore coming out here was bronze medalist last year. Lots of swimmers to keep an eye on.
Eric, or Ethan Hemian rather, with the fastest qualifying time, 27.14. He is yet to come out. Noah Chang also in the mix, 27.51. Quickly looking at the records right now, the U Sports Championships record is set in 2022 by Apollo Hess, 26.65. Canadian senior record also set by Apollo Hess at the same time, 26.63.
This is Justice Migno coming out golden in the 100 breaststroke, so keep an eye on him. Silver in the 200 as well.
Hemian, there is the man right there. 27.14, once again, the qualifying time. This will run on the competitors. Here's the start list of the men's 50-meter breaststroke championship final. Again, Hemian, Mignot, Bennett, Duncan, Chang, Cameron, and the rest of the field. A strong, strong field. 3 UBC Thunderbirds and 3 Dinos in the mix.
Ian Cameron had silver in that 100 breaststroke as well. So this is half the distance, but we've got some fast sprint breaststrokers in the mix.
A record potentially on the line. Swimmers on the blocks, water's good, lights are on. Here's the championship final, the men's 50-meter breaststroke. This is going to be a close one as expected. They come down the halfway point. Way too even to call, but this underwater may do a bit of a difference here. Seeing it early here, Hemian coming up first. A bit of a tiny lead up ahead. They come down the wall. Can Hemian hang on to it? Yes, he will. 26.93 is his final time. He takes the gold. And those results will be official in this one. Hemian, 26.93 is his final time. Mignot, his teammate at UBC, gets 27.15, a second place finish, but an impressive performance from all the gentlemen here.
We will now be going over to hear from Ethan Hemian as he discusses and debriefs that race.
Joined by your champion, Ethan. An incredible start off the blocks, I believe, in .54. You kind of parlayed that into a great second 25, going sub 27. How does it feel?
Pretty good. I wasn't expecting to be that fast. I was hoping for like 7 low this meet, but 26.9 is pretty crazy.
Well, you were 7 low this morning, and then tonight it seems like some energy in the building brought you down below 27. Surprised yourself. I don't think you surprised too many people in the building. Congratulations, U Sports champion.
Congratulations to Hemian for taking that one, and great stuff by Kyle Sockwell, your PA announcer and interviewer as well, but it's been a tight race overall, and you really saw it in that part.
Next event that we have coming up is going to be the 100-meter freestyle. Headed into this C final, we have Annabelle Jackson of Ottawa going in with the fastest seed time in the C final.
Kyla Sanchez with the record, 51.45, set 8 years ago.
We are gonna see swimmers with a strong underwater trying to get up as fast as they can. Little bit of breathing, not too much in this 100, but it's not at all as fun as like 50. Swimmers are bringing a bit of strategy to this.
As they come down the halfway point, remember 4 lengths of the pool for this particular event. The first to turn at the wall at the halfway point is in lane 6, Megan Mertz. 27.06 is the time of the turn.
Look at them go. What a tight race so far. We're going to see a lot of that in this sprint freestyle. They are fighting on this last day of competition.
Absolutely, it's a fight right now. A fight for the lead as they come down to the wall. Annabelle Jackson gets the first touch, 56-4-9. She was trailing for the majority of the race, but when it mattered most, she took the C final.
Annabelle Jackson closely followed by Emma Carrier-Clark of Dalhousie and Miriam Hickey of Calgary to round out the top 3 spots in our C final.
As the results on the board are now official, Jackson once again taking the C final. Emma Carrier-Clark just behind her at 56-60 as we move into the B final.
We have Raphael Dendois-Sampson heading in with a top time in the B final, setting a season's best time this morning.
Dendois-Sampson, as stated earlier, in lane 4, here are the swimmers.
Yes, it is your B final. In lane 1, coming to go. Archer Lipton, lane 2 from Calgary.
Fast-paced competition as expected. May be a potential for a gap in the lead after this turn. Still relatively close as they come down to the halfway point. It looks like Dendois-Sampson is going to have a slight lead as she turns first, 26-8-2 at the wall at the halfway point.
26-8-2, super fast time to head out in.
3/4 of the way there, 1 length to go. Here they come down the final stretch. This underwater may determine a lot here. Oh, maybe a bit of a challenge for the lead at this point. Here comes Eliza Hausman. 55.81 was her qualifying time. Can Hausman actually take over and get the lead? Yes, she will. 55.70, out-touching Sampson by a very, very tiny margin of 7/100ths of a second.
Great race there from Eliza Hausman to out-touch her competitor, dropping a little bit of time from this morning as well. So great to see.
And the results are now official as we move on to the championship final. But I'm looking at one name right here, and that's Kyla Noel Sanchez.
Absolutely. Kyla Sanchez in a 50-meter freestyle the other day, setting a U Sports record in 24.03. It is a feat to win the 50 and the 100. She did it last year. Can she do it again this year to prove that she is that sprint freestyle champion?
Well, if history shows, the answer could be in her favor. We will have to see, but we've got, this is, if talking about stacked events, I mean, this one is the definition of that. We've got Emma Croynin in lane 5, Tegan Vanderleek in lane 6. Plenty of talent in this one.
Absolutely, lots of medalists here. Zaya Wetlock too, in lane 3 from Western. Tegan Vanderleek coming out now. Sprint specialist, got bronze in the 50 free, came 5th in the 50 fly. Zaya Wetlock coming out as well here. PB this morning.
Here comes Emma Croynin, one of the Olympians in the pool, 54.56 her qualifying. And the lady, the myth, the legend, Kyla Noel Sanchez, 52.50. 2 Olympians in this one, a star-studded competition.
Absolutely. UBC teammates and both Olympians racing beside each other. That just goes to show how fast the field is. Maybe we might see some new records here tonight.
Here's the start list of the women's 100-meter freestyle championship final against Sanchez and Croynin. Look out for these two. The water is good. The lights are on. Waiting on the whistles. Crowd's up and ready. There goes the second whistle. The swimmers are on the blocks. Here comes the championship final of the women's 100-meter freestyle. Again, Kyla Sanchez holds the Canadian record at 51.45, set in 2018. Sandrine Mainville holds the U Sports Swimming Championship record at 52.46, set in Toronto in 2018.
Such a fast stroke rate. Kyla Sanchez is up, showing us her expertise as an Olympian. Look at her go, almost a body length ahead after a 50.
Yeah, and she's going way ahead of Cronin as well. Halfway point, 24.75, sub 25. Emma Cronin, 25.89, but Sanchez is way out in front right now.
Emma Cronin, distance specialist, no doubt going to come back with a strong last 25 to see if she can catch Kyla Sanchez.
Sanchez, the only difficulty right now is time, but it's looked like she could be coming down on the wall with a new record. Can she manage to do it? She gets 51.76. That is a new U Sports record. Cronin gets second at 53.70.
Kyla Sanchez, U Sports record holder in the 50 and the 100-meter freestyle. Such a dominant freestyle sprint athlete, doing it for the second year in a row.
Spectacular performance by her and the rest of the competition as well. And as we wait on the results to be official, yes, they are. Sanchez, a new U Sports record, 51.76, taking down Sandrine Mainville, another Olympic medalist in the past. Her record is broken down. Cronin takes 53.70. Let's head over to the Champions Corner with Kyle Sockwell.
All right, I'm joined by your new U Sports record holder in 51.7. You're out quick. I think out sub 25. Does that surprise you at all?
No, it was pretty much how fast can I go out while staying calm. So yeah.
Well, you stayed calm. You in 51.7, crushed the U Sports record. Took almost 7/10 off of it. Closed well. Are you in the relay later tonight?
Yeah.
All right, we'll let you go warm down. Fireworks still on the way. One more round of applause for Kyla Sanchez.
Thanks, Kyle, and congratulations again to Kyla Sanchez, dominating this event with a new U Sports record.
Congrats to her. Congrats to Emma Cronin, her teammate who got a silver medal, and Tegan Vanderleek with a bronze medal in this event.
So as we finish off the women's side, let's head over to the men's side of the 100-meter freestyle. This is the C final. Liam Dennett, your fastest C finalist at 49.77, being the qualification time.
Men's 100 free, Liam Dennett, fastest seed in this heat, was 13th in the 50-meter free.
We're going to see quite a close competition across the board right now. Still an unclear lead at this point, but the first return will be Liam Dennett, 23.77 at the halfway point.
The field is really close here. Strong swimming. They are holding their breath on this last 25 as they go into it.
Here they come down the final stretch. A bit of a battle right now between Ethan Fast and Liam Dennett. Fast trying to get faster, but he seems to not be able to catch Dennett. Dennett gets 49.59, and the C final is his.
Dennett closely followed by teammate Ethan Fast, who actually tied with U of T's Raymond Duong for that second place in this heat.
Here comes the official results here. Again, Dennett gets 49.59 on the board. We move on to the B final. Jake Gaunt, the fastest B finalist for UBC, right here coming out to play.
Jake Gaunt a little bit off of his best time this morning, so let's see what he does tonight.
Once again, 4 lengths of the pool in this B final.
They are off for this 100-meter freestyle.
As they come down the halfway point, a bit of a lead out there, way out in lane number 6. That is Ricky Milnes at 23.27, just out touching Gaunt, but here they come down the final 2 lengths.
Ricky Milnes, University of Victoria, still leading there out in lane 6. Gaunt, maybe now in the lead, actually.
Gaunt actually is overtaken right now. Can he maintain on it to the last second? Here they come to the wall. Gaunt gets 48.88. The first touch to take the B final.
Dropping a little bit of time from this morning in that heat. Jake Gaunt. We are now getting ready for our A final. You saw Kyla Sanchez take that 50 free and that 100-meter freestyle today, but we might see that happen again. Yuri Kissel is up next, setting a new U Sports record in the 50 freestyle, 21.31, headed into our fastest seed of this men's 100-meter freestyle.
And that is an incredible time to set 21.31, being the U Sports record. As we get set here, Yuri Kissel also being the Canadian record holder, or no, scratch that, the U Sports record holder at 46.94 set in 2017. The actual Canadian record holder was the great Brent Hayden, 45.56 set in 2009. Here Ogilvy coming out, you can see him absolutely pumped to come out. A veteran on the field as well for the last couple of days. Kurji, also a name that you've seen a couple of times in the past.
Yuri Kissel set his own record back in 2017. We are a few years past that, but he is still challenging. Also in this race is going to be Eric Ginsberg, who won this event last year, and last year won the 50 and the 100. So this will be a challenge.
It certainly is, but I'm looking at Yuri Kissel all weekend, and let me tell you one thing, he has not slowed down a bit. If anything, he's gotten a little faster at some points too. So looking forward to see those results come out. Eric Ginsberg, oh my goodness, this guy has been a legend on the pool as well. But he is going to be coming up against David Goliath, or should I say Ginsberg versus Yuri Kissel at this point. There is the man, the myth, the legend, 47.50, his qualifying time.
He is ready to go, and for our viewers at home watching, we saw a huge amount of season's best and personal best in this heat in the morning to get these swimmers into this A final. So be prepared for some massive speed to come.
Here's the start list of the men's 100-meter freestyle championship final. Kissel, Ginsberg, Butler, Kurji, and the rest of the field, Ogilvy, all are here to compete. The water is good. The lights are on. Waiting on the official whistles. There goes the first one. Here comes the second one. Swimmers on the blocks. This is the championship final of the men's 100-meter freestyle. Four lengths separate them from the end.
Fast stroke rate as expected. They're up with incredibly fast reaction times as well.
Absolutely fast reaction time. Ginsberg had a bit of a lead earlier on, but Kissel turning up the speed to 11 right now as he turns first at the halfway point, 22.42.
Defending champion against the champion of this 50-meter freestyle. Look at them go.
Remember the record set by Yuri Kissel himself for the U Sports, 46.94. Here comes Kissel. Ginsberg trying to catch up to him. Ginsberg is trying to challenge. He is very close, but Kissel, just too much left in the tank for him. He comes down the wall, touches at 46.77 with the gold medal and a brand new U Sports record. Oh my goodness, like I said, he has gotten faster with age.
Absolutely, he has another U Sports record, winning that 50-meter freestyle as well in the U Sports record. Congrats, Yuri Kissel and the UBC Thunderbirds.
The man has not slowed down with age. He has not achieved his peak yet. He is still going. The results are official. A new U Sports record set by Yuri Kissel. But an impressive performance by the rest of the crew, especially Eric Ginsberg.
Almost 10 years after his original record, that is impressive.
Let's head over to the Champions Corner with Kyle Sockwell and Yuri Kissel.
I'm joined poolside by Yuri Kissel, who just, well, you went faster than you did previously, which just so happened to be a U Sports Championship record. You swam all over the place. How does swimming here at the U Sports Championships rank among all those?
Oh, it's awesome. It's so much fun. Honestly, one of the most fun meets there is. Love it.
All right, well, I feel like we might be seeing you one more time on the 400 medley relay.
So, I think so.
All right, we're going to let you warm down because fireworks on the way yet again from Markham.
Fireworks, well said, Kyle. We'll be seeing more Yuri Kissel, but again, a new U Sports record and another gold medal to add to his collection. An impressive performance.
U Sports records that have been set this weekend.
As we will head into a short break at this point, but don't go anywhere. The award ceremony for all these events will be coming soon. We'll have more live action here on CBC at the 2026 U Sports Swimming Championships in Markham.
From events 27 to 32, so please work your way down to the end of the pool deck so that we can get our award ceremony.
Le sport en direct sur ICTou.tv. 100% énergie. 100% gratuit. Votre meilleur plan de match pour voir des performances exceptionnelles sur l'appareil de votre choix. C'est ici tout.tv.
Feel every hit, point, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline. Our passionate team unlocks a world of possibilities with digital broadcasting made simple, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. Proudly Canadian, ISI Live, be there.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
And your U Sports champion and U Sports first team All-Canadian completing the University of Toronto sweep with a time of 2:11.96, Nina Mullen. Up next, we'll introduce our medalists in the men's 200 butterfly. Your bronze medalist in the men's 200 butterfly from UBC, Aiden Kirk. Silver medalist in U Sports second team All-Canadian from the University of Toronto, Bill Dongfang. And your U Sports champion and U Sports first team All-Canadian from the University of Toronto, going 153.22 and breaking the U Sports championship record, Benjamin Lowen. Up next, your medalist in the women's 50 breaststroke. Up first, your bronze medalist from the Mustang, Shauna Branton. Your silver medalist from UBC, Eloise Allen. And your gold medalist going 30.08 and breaking the U Sports record and Canadian record this morning, Alexandre Lepage. Up next, your medalist in the men's 50 breaststroke. Your bronze medalist from the University of Calgary, Ian Cameron. Silver medalist in U Sports second team All-Canadian from UBC, Justice Mignot. And your U Sports champion and U Sports first team All-Canadian from UBC, Ethan Hemian. Up next, your medalist in the women's 100 freestyle.
your bronze medalist from the University of Toronto, Tegan Vanderleek. Your silver medalist in U Sports second team All-Canadian from UBC, Emma O'Croynan. And your 2026 U Sports champion in the women's 100 freestyle, U Sports first all-team Canadian, new U Sports championship record of 51.76 representing UBC, Kyla Sanchez. Up next, your medalist in the men's 100 freestyle. Your bronze medalist representing the University of British Columbia, Joe Blanco. Your silver medalist in U Sports second team All-Canadian, setting a New York University record of 47.35, Eric Ginsberg. And your U Sports champion and U Sports first team All-Canadian from UBC, setting a new U Sports championship record of 46.77, Yuri Kissel.
Welcome back to live action on CBC Sports for the 2026 U Sports Swimming Championships. My name is Amos Vang, and alongside Neva Scott Boris, we're your commentators for this entire event. Let's talk a lot to recap at this point.
Absolutely. Well, you are seeing here on your screens pictures of our graduating athletes. For many of these athletes, this is their last swim meet of their career, for many of them ever. So that's a big day, seeing lots of emotions, lots of hugs, and just lots of nice reflections on how big of a role swimming has played in these student athletes' lives. So congrats to all our graduating athletes. We wish you all the best in the future and can't wait to see what else is in store for you.
Well said, Neva. And let's head into the standings as well. First, let's go over to the women's side.
Absolutely. So on the women's side, we are seeing 10th place Brock, 127, Victoria in 9th, 203, Montreal 205 in 8th, Laval 238 in 7th, Ottawa 253 in 6th, Western 442 in 5th, Calgary 625 in 4th, McGill 798 in 3rd, Toronto 944 in 2nd, and British Columbia UBC topping it off with a 1,246 points.
Let's head over to the men's side. Also a similar deal here as well. York at 10th, 127. McMaster, 142. Montreal, 257. Western, 261. Victoria, 275. Ottawa, 300 exact. McGill, 669.50. But look at the top three. No surprise. Calgary in 3rd. Toronto in 2nd. BC in 1st. It's been the UBC show, but it's been really much a battle for 2nd. Let's head into more action. Women's 200-meter backstroke C final. Abby Baylor, your fastest C finalist at 2:16.42.
Absolutely. Switching over to the 200 backstroke. This is, in my opinion, a super fun event. Don't know if Nina Mullen agreed earlier on camera, but this race is one where underwaters matter, getting a good stroke rate, but strategizing, not going out too fast, saving those legs for when you need them is incredibly important.
And that's 8 lengths of the pool for this action right here. Kylie Moss has been known to be a strong swimmer in this particular discipline and has made a very big name for herself because of backstroke. Obviously enough, the first to turn at the wall, 3:31.01, Abby Baylor with a slight lead ahead of Fiona Brophy, but I don't think that's going to last very long.
We will see Abby Baylor so strong in the OUA and at this meet. She won bronze in 200 IM and 400 IM, if I'm not mistaken. Fiona Brophy close on her tail, setting McMaster school record yesterday. These ladies are fighting for a win in this final.
Baylor and Brophy, 1 and 2, a hard challenge so far. Baylor gets the first turn at the halfway point, 104.72. Brophy at 105.06.
Brophy picking up her stroke right here. She has an incredibly strong stroke rate to begin with, but she's picking it up even more, challenging Abby Baylor right beside her. And there is Natasha Borromeo still in this race. She was bronze last year at U Sports in 200 back, and she is fighting to get her name up there.
Baylor still barely in the lead at the 3/4 way point. Here comes the flip turn, 1:39.73 at 35.01 split for Abby Baylor, but Brophy is still on her tail.
Look at her go, picking up that stroke rate. Borromeo, Baylor, Brophy.
Here they come. Down again, down the final stretch. It's going to be a hard challenge right now. Baylor has fallen behind. Brophy trying to hang on to the lead, but she will lose it as well. Borromeo, who was trailing for the majority of the race, will come in for the first touch, 2:13.77.
New team record there for Fiona Brophy in a time of 2:14.57, taking off a second of the previous record set by her school, with her teammate Ashley Coe in third, right behind her in this heat of the C final.
Those results are official. Borromeo gets 2:13.77 at the C final. As we end off the C final and head over to the B final of the women's 200-meter backstroke.
Fastest qualifier in this B final here is Natasha Frost of McGill, distance specialist. And then we see right beside her, Jade Lowe, Hannah Johnson. Hannah Johnson won this event last year at U Sports. Keep an eye on her.
Good start off by them. 4 lengths of the pool, once again of backstroke. Bit of a slow start, unfortunate, over in lane 6 for Estabrooks, but the rest of the competition is still competing on.
Absolutely. They are up and they are going.
As they come down the halfway point. Early lead right there for Jade Lowe. She will turn first, 30.97 at the turn. Hannah Johnson, 31.10 at the turn in second.
Jade Lowe, already saw her in that 200-meter butterfly, and she is back with another grueling 200. Hannah Johnson neck and neck, as well as lane 7 and 8.
Jade Lowe struggling to hang on to the lead. It looks like she may fall behind just a little bit. A lead change has happened at this point, looking like Hannah Johnson barely in the lead so far, as she will turn at this point with 33.29 at the split, 104.39 at the time. Correcting myself, there's still a couple more lengths left to go in this race.
Hannah Johnson leading right now. Hannah, senior swimmer from Calgary, likely the last 200 backstroke of her fantastic career, and she is showing us how strong she is.
Here comes Hannah Johnson. A gigantic lead right at this point in the race, as she will flip and turn at the 150-meter mark. 33.02 at the split. 1:37.41 is the time so far.
Jessica Tabarge in second. Of Carleton, their only swimmer of the meet, setting multiple team records. Might be looking at another one here.
Absolutely. Here comes the final stretch right now. Hannah Johnson, the leader of the second half of the race, way ahead of Jade Lowe and the rest of the pack. Here they come down to the wall as Johnson will get the first touch, 2:10.41. Jade Lowe gets the second one at 2:13.22. Jessica Tabarge, 2:14.07.
Great race for Hannah Johnson there, ending it off. Jessica Tabarge, a new team record as well for Carleton. And Jade Lowe, way to end that one.
Absolutely on that point, and great stuff into the B final. And the results are official. Johnson gets 2:10.41 once again as her time. We head into the championship final in this one. Once again, Okroinen, the fastest qualifier upcoming in that one. Looking forward to this race.
Emma Okroinen, typically a freestyler. We saw her win that 400-meter freestyle. We saw her silver in the 200 and the 100, which just happened. So hopefully she's had a good warm down and she is back, ready for some backstroke.
It is unlikely that the U Sports record or the Canadian record will be broken. Both set by Kylie Moss at 2:02.17 U Sports and 2:01.26 Canadian. Unlikely though, but who knows? Maybe one of these ladies might actually find something in them. Emma Cronin qualifying the fastest at 2:09.15. Rosie Hausman, you've seen her before already, coming into this race as well.
Maria Kosick, first year at U of T. You've seen her and her twin, Milena Kosick, this weekend, dominating some of these finals.
Sorrell at 2:12.63 at the time. Rebecca McGrath also in the mix here, 2:11.514 McGill, but she's up against a very tough competition. Two Thunderbirds in the pool. Bridget Burton in lane 5, 2:10.89, and once again, the lady, the legend, Emma Okroinen, the Olympian, back in the pool once again tonight. 2:09.15 her qualifying time.
Emma Okroinen, Bridget Burton, teammates going in lane 4 and 5. Several medals under both their belts, respectively, this weekend. Lane 3, Rebecca McGrath recently set an RSEQ record in the 50-meter backstroke, so these ladies are ready to go.
The water's good. The lights are on. All the swimmers getting ready for this battle. Two records potentially on the line, set by the great Kylie Moss, the former U of T varsity blue. Here comes the first whistle. And the second. Swimmers are in the pool. This is the championship final of the women's 200-meter backstroke. Quick start for all of them. That's 8 lengths of the pool in this one. And Markham not getting a lead yet on this one, but don't count her out just yet.
Absolutely not. Emma Okroinen, such a distance specialist. She has the endurance, but Bridget Burton out to a very good lead.
Burton out in the front, as you said, Neva. She will turn first, 29.03. Emma Okroinen just behind her at 30.04. Okroinen, you're starting to see her pick up the pace just a little bit now.
Emma Okroinen already picking up that stroke rate, gaining on her teammate. Rest of the field looking pretty even so far.
Even as it is. As you said, Croydon still not up in front yet. They hit the halfway point soon. Bridget Burton still out in front right now, turning at 1:47 at this one.
It is UBC versus UBC out at the front here. Their teammates are cheering. What is going to happen?
This is a little bit of a surprise at this one. Croydon still behind Burton at this one, but don't count her out just yet. Burton still has a slight lead, a half body length at the point. Croydon going to pick up the pace right now. Burton still in the lead, 1:32.56.
Big underwater there for Emma Croydon, catching up to Bridget Burton, the backstroke specialist.
Here comes Croydon, picking up the pace. Burton out in front. The two Thunderbirds, this has been the story so far. But Burton still in the lead at this part. Croydon picking up the pace. She's looking to overtake her, but can she do it? Both Thunderbirds coming down to the wall. Can Croydon get there in time? Yes, she does. 2:06.09. 5/100ths of a second faster than Bridget Burton. Abigail McKinley gets the third touch in this one.
Huge podium result for the University of Ottawa. They are jumping up and down. Look at this hug between the T-Birds. Great 1-2 for British Columbia.
A spectacular performance from the UBC Thunderbirds and also for the University of Ottawa GGs. Croydon out touching and getting the gold.
New University of Ottawa record for Abigail McKinley there in 2:09.59.
The results on the board are official. Emma Croydon, once again, your champion in this event. Burton gets second. McKinley gets third for the University of Ottawa. GG's 2:09.59 was her final time. Let's head over to the Champions Corner with Kyle Sockwell and Emma Croydon.
All right, I'm joined with your women's 200 backstroke U Sports champion, Emma Croydon. You got after that last 25 to go 2:06.09. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, it was my last ever race with UBC, so I just wanted to give it everything I had, and I'm really happy with that result. And it was a great race with Bridget. I could kind of see her the whole way, so it's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun to watch. It might have been your last individual swim, your last swim for UBC. But you have one more opportunity to fire them up and build momentum, and I'll let you take that right now.
Let's go UBC.
Let's go UBC, a great swim. One more time for your champion.
Congratulations to Emma Croydon, and thank you so much, Kyle Sockwell, for the interview. Again, a very interesting race. Croydon was behind for almost the entirety of the race, but she pulled through at the end to get the win. But she's still got to be happy with Bridget Burton, her teammate, also taking second in this one. Huge results for the both of them.
Absolutely. What a great race. We love when it stays so competitive like that, so strong from both these ladies. And now we are headed in to the men's 200 back seat final. Fastest seed in this heat is Matthew Sirgiani's University of Calgary in a 2:01.3 this morning.
Once again, 200-meter backstroke, 8 lengths of the pool, the gentleman's side. 1:49.74 is the Canadian record in this one, set by Javier Acevedo in 2022.
All right, your men's 200-meter backstroke C final in lane 1.
Quick start out the front, close as expected. Right down this backstroke C final across the board.
Absolutely. They're off with some strong underwaters. Looking like lane 1 and 2 are taking an early lead.
First to turn is in lane 1, Jonathan Gallagher. With some outside smoke, 28.03 out touching Damian Bailey, also on the outside right behind him in lane 2.
teammates fighting once again, lane 1 and 2, like we just saw in that women's heat. So fun to see people who train together every day fighting at it in a U Sports final.
Here they come down the halfway point. The gentlemen still on the outside, smoke there. Damian Bailey will turn first at the wall, 58.56 being the time.
And actually in lane 6, also University of Ottawa, Gigi, another teammate. Look at the three of them taking some early speed.
University of Ottawa setting themselves early on into this one. Can they maintain the momentum in this C final? Here comes Bailey, and here comes Rajenovic. They come down to the 150-meter mark. 1:29.62, 31.06 split for Damian Bailey. He still has a slight lead.
Watch lane 4, though. University of Calgary picking up his stroke rate. Look at that turnover. He is coming in hot.
Absolutely coming in hot as he picks up the pace. Now, all of a sudden, coming down the final stretch, Sergianis trying to get back into this one. Can it be enough for him, or will Ottawa have the edge? Ottawa has the edge. 2 minutes 5.6 for Rajenovic, just out touching and taking the C final.
Absolutely, Matthew Sergianis right behind him, and Rajenovic's teammate Damian Bailey touching in 3rd place for our first heat of the men's 200-meter backstroke.
And the results are official for the C final. Nicholas Rajenovic, 2 minutes 5.6 for the University of Ottawa. They get 1st and 3rd in this one. Damian Bailey settles for 3rd place in this one as we move to the B final of the same event.
The Ottawa team on deck is looking excited, especially after a podium finish from teammate Abigail McKinley. So congrats to them. Look at this start list for our men's 200 backstroke B final. Carter Buck, fastest seed in this race,
with a 1:58.26 being his time. Tyler Blais, you've also seen him a couple of times. Raphael Blamard, also you've seen him for the Caravan over in lane 8. Here we go with the B final.
We saw several school records fall this morning in this event. There were a total of 5. Let's see if any more here fall.
Right off the bat, slowly seeing a bit of a lead out in front for the pool at this point. Carter Buck, a tiny, tiny lead early on at the quarter-way point. He turns at 26.84. Tyler Blais at 27.18, right behind him on his tail.
Early lead here, Carter Buck, no surprise. Keep an eye, though, on Tyler Blais, who is very close behind him.
Still a close fought battle. Tyler Blais trying to get a little speed in. He does get a little bit, but will it be enough to overtouch at the halfway point? No, it will not. Buck with a 29.70 split. 56.54 still is the total time, but Blais is still hot on his tail.
Blais from Sherbrooke is picking up that stroke rate, but so is Carter Buck. They are neck and neck right now.
Absolutely neck and neck at this point. Very, very close battle. Buck still out in front at this point. 3/4 point of the race. Buck will turn first. 30-30 split. 1:26.84. Still barely hanging on the lead.
Just a 50 to go. Tyler Blais also holds his own school record. Let's see if he can get there.
Here they come down the final stretch. Buck just got a ton of ground, now a full body length ahead. Can he hang on? He comes down to the wall, and he does. 1:56.94 is his final time, shattering his qualifying heat time earlier on in the morning. Great stuff to him, taking the B final.
And a new team record for Tyler Blais of University of Sherbrooke in shattering his own record of 1:59.67.
Those results are official at this point. Buck gets the B final for the U of T Varsity Blues.
We are now headed into our big A final of the men's 200-meter backstroke. And I, for one, am excited to see how this one goes. Some big names coming on in here.
Certainly some big names coming on at this point in the race at this one.
National Championship final, 200 backstroke. In lane 8, representing Montreal, Laurier-Lafontaine-Guiguer.
We are seeing Laurier-Lafontaine-Guiguer as the first person to be coming out in a second for our men's 200-meter backstroke. There he is, Université of Montreal. He is ready.
Louise Corville-Fortin of McGill has the fastest qualifying time, 1:54.26 being his time. But Raven Doman and Benjamin Winterborn, also Benjamin Lowen, as you see right now on the pool, he's already got a record to his name earlier today. He's in this one. This is a stacked event. Andrew Herman as well.
Ben Lowen on fire today. Andrew Herman also with his own respective U Sports records and gold medals. Loic Corville-Fortin, school record holder. We just have athletes left, right, and center for this race.
Jack Harrison also in the mix here as well. Raymond Doman, UBC also in the mix here, 1:54.86. You've seen him all weekend. And Louis Corville-Fortin, do not count him out. He is the fastest qualifier, as I said earlier, 1:54.26.
Louis Corville-Fortin, bronze in the 100-meter backstroke. Raven Doman beside him, silver in the 100-meter backstroke. So let's see how this one plays out. Last year's podium was Blake Tierney, Ben Lowen, and Loic Corville-Fortin. So we see two of them again in this final tonight.
Here's the start list of the men's 200-meter backstroke championship final. It's a stacked one. No surprise at this one. 3 U of T Varsity Blues and 2 UBC Thunderbirds.
The U Sports record is sitting at a 1:52.9, held by Marcus Thormeyer in this event.
Water's good. Swimmers in the pool. First whistle's gone down. Here comes the second one. This is the championship final of the men's 200-meter backstroke. Slow start right across the board already earlier on. They head down slip turn here. Still sort of early at this point. As they head down to the quarter waypoint, a slightly early lead. Way over in lane 2, Andrew Herman looking like he's going to turn first. Yes, he will. 26.13.
No surprise there. Andrew Herman, winner of both the 50 and the 100 back, setting 2 U Sports records in the process. Can he do it for a third time?
Herman turns first yet again, but he is hard challenged by the rest of the pack. Herman, half body length ahead. Can he maintain it going into the halfway point? He does with 28.57 as the split, 54.70 at the turn.
Looking on the far outside there, Ben Lowen challenging this field, taking that fire we saw earlier in the night and bringing it into the backstroke.
Could we see a repeat of this one at this point in the race? Or will new history be made in this one? Here they come down this next part of the race. Herman still way out in front at this point. 1:24.05 is the time of the turn. 29.35 still out in front.
They are so close together. Who is it going to be? Andrew Herman still leading, but watch out.
Herman may be leading, but maybe not for long. Here comes Cuvier-Fontaine, but still plenty of fight. A long underwater swim by Herman. Herman falls down, but Fontaine is still picking up the pace. He comes down to the wall and gets the touch. 1:53.41 is the final time as Louis Cuvier-Fontaine gets that touch and the gold.
Breaking his old school record in the process. Gold medal and a new record for McGill University. Congrats.
A legendary performance. He got the last first touch on the wall when it absolutely mattered. The results are official. Louis Cuvier-Fontaine, 1:53.41, the final time as he touches there.
Closely followed by Rabin Doman and Jack Harrison, both of UBC. What a great race, so close. Congrats to all our finalists.
As we head over to the champions corner, here is Kyle Sockwell.
Your champion, Louis Cuvier-Fontaine, from McGill over the challenge dial right now.
All right, I'm joined by your winner. It's not often that you see somebody smiling as much as this after a 200 backstroke. How are you feeling right now?
Amazing, but it's always great to race against those guys, so it's always fun.
An incredibly stacked A final. How do you keep yourself calm in the ready room, knowing you've got so many fast guys in that heat with you?
Oh, that's what helped me swim faster. That's what I like right now. Okay, U-Sport is getting faster and faster, and that's exactly what we want.
One more round of applause for your champion, the men's 200 backstroke.
That's a great performance there. Thank you so much, Kyle Sockwell. And again, Cuvier-Fontaine coming out on top in this competition, in this event. A fantastic performance. Again, he was mostly behind for the majority of the race, but he came by when it mattered the most and took the gold.
Absolutely. Great race from him there. Look at his team. So excited on the side. Congrats to McGill on that gold medal. Valuable points as well. Going into these last few races, we have some 800-meter freestyles, and then we have some relays.
There's plenty of action left here on U Sports with the 2026 U Sports University Cup presented by Steel Mazda Men's Hockey Championship. As here, they're heading to Halifax and the Scotiabank Centre March 19th to 22nd. Tournament packages and single game tickets are on sale now. Visit usportstickets.ca to order your tickets today. Chase the glory.
Absolutely. Next up, viewers, we have the women's 800-meter free. This is our fastest heat. So this morning we had 2 heats of the women's 800-meter free. And now we have the fastest seeds coming into this. Reminder, it is timed final. So the swims from this morning do count, they do matter. But here is the top of the field.
Emily Deschazal coming out with a qualifying time of 8:49.62. Looking at the records very quickly, Savannah King having the U Sports Swimming Championships record in 2012, 8:25.68. But I'm looking at the Canadian record. Oh my goodness. Summer McIntosh set in 2022, 8:07.12.
Absolutely, but we are at U Sports, not quite at that caliber, but look at this field. Iris Tinmouth here going in lane 4. graduating athlete from Comox, BC, likely her last 800 here. I cannot wait to watch this 800-meter freestyle, about 9 minutes of competition. Let's see what these ladies can do.
Here's the start list of the women's 800-meter freestyle in the fastest heat in this one. Lots of great competition here. Swimmers getting set up and ready to go. The water is good. The lights are on. Here goes the whistle. Here's the swimmers on the blocks. This is the women's 800-meter freestyle.
They are ready to go. Let's tell you who we are seeing in the water. Lane 1, Lydia James Brennan of the University of Victoria. Lane 2, Emma Spence, University of British Columbia. Lane 3, Emily de Chazal, McGill University. Lane 4, Iris Tinmouth, also McGill University. Lane 5, Ruby Keller, University of British Columbia. Lane 6, Katie Maravino, University of Toronto. Lane 7, Amy Mahard, University of Ottawa. And Lane 8, Cora Wilson, also of UVic.
So Tinmouth gets the first touch at the turn after 2 lengths of the pool. This is 32 lengths, by the way, so a very, very long race, a marathon basically at this point. How do you conserve energy with an event like this?
Great question, Amos. Well, there are some different race plans. Athletes might block it down with 200 meters. They might decide to split it half and half and think about if they're going out strong or coming back even stronger. Iris Tinmouth, known for going out with a pretty strong first 400, but athletes are going to have to strategize. They're going to have to make sure that they have enough left in the tank. But this is the best of the best at U Sports, so I'm confident that these athletes have their training plans locked down and ready to go.
Absolutely locked down. We're already seeing some pretty big gaps widening right now, but Tinmouth still up in front at this point in the race as she finishes this 6th length here. Tinmouth 32.77 split, 134.66 at the 150-meter mark.
Look at Tinmouth go. Such a nice, smooth stroke. Right beside her, Ruby Keller. That's your Canada West Rookie of the Year. We've seen her win some medals already this weekend.
As we approach the quarter-way point of the race, the 200-meter point, still a pretty tight battle between 3 different swimmers at this point. But Tinmouth, 32.86 on the split, 2:07.52. She still leads the rest of the pack.
Iris Tinmouth, we saw her yesterday also win that Community Service Award. McGill student participating not only in her community but on her team as such a strong leader. Talking to her coach ahead of the competition, he said that what Iris does, the team follows. And that is what's happening in this race, but with her competitors. They are staying neck and neck with her.
At the end of length 10, Tinmouth will turn first again, 250 meters in, 33.01 split, 2:40.53. Remember, she has the McGill University record in this event that was set just earlier today.
Not earlier today, actually, Amos. She said it a little bit ago. 8:39.81 is what she holds. We'll see if Iris can get under that.
Tinmouth still has a half body length lead at this point. Still very, very, pretty much on a confident pace, turning around at this point. 3:13.63 at the end of the 12th length, 300 meters in, 500 meters left to go.
Coming up closer to this 400, it's still looking like Tinmouth, Keller, and Spence. Emma Spence, typically an IMer and a breaststroker, but taking on this 800-meter freestyle isn't something you see all the time. But look at her go. She's right up at the front here.
3:41 has elapsed at this point. Tinmouth still leading into this part of the turn, 350 meters in. Tinmouth, 33.06 split, 3:46.69 at the turn. Now her lead starting to get a little further out in front at just about a body length difference.
Absolutely. Katie Maravino there, also right beside Ruby Keller. She won gold in this event at the OUA Championships. and she is right with the pack. Amy Mahard of Ottawa right beside her.
We now approach the halfway point, length 16 right now. Iris Tinmouth, 33-19 split, 4:19.88. Halfway point, still 16 lengths to go.
4:19 for Iris Tinmouth, under that U Sports qualifying time in her first 400, so under that 400 time. Very, very strong start.
A strong start indeed, still maintaining a one body length lead roughly from the rest of the pack. Coming down the wall and turning, 4:52.81 at the turn, 32.93 split, gaining a little bit of ground against Ruby Keller, still hot on her toes.
Iris Tinmouth is going to need to come back about the same time she went out in if she wants to challenge herself for her own record and the best time. In swimming, we call that even splitting, when you're trying to keep that first half of your race about the same as your second one.
Tinmouth, your race-long leader, but still also on the outside. Being challenged out there, 5:20.591 at the turn. Emma Spence on the outside and third, 33-12 split, 5:27.24 at the turn. It's still a pretty strong competition.
Emma Spence gaining here, very smooth swim. Doesn't look like she has too much exertion. She still has lots in the tank.
Lots to go in the tank in this one. 5:50 has elapsed in this competition so far. Coming down to the wall at this turn. This turn goes over well, 550 meters in. Iris Tinmouth, 32.94. Lost a tiny bit of ground there, but 5:58.85 still. She's in a comfortable lead so far.
Cora Wilson, too, of the University of Victoria, right behind Amy Mahard, top 16 at Canada West. Got herself in the top swim of this U Sports Championship, and she is doing a great job.
6:26 having elapsed. As Tinmouth still leading. 6:31.61 at the turn, but Emma Spence has now taken second. Just barely out in front, but still a body length difference between these two swimmers.
Iris Tinmouth took home the bronze in this event last year. Emma O'Cronin winning it, not competing in this event this year. Anna Dumont-Bellinger has graduated. Can Tinmouth repeat her podium performance? She is looking so strong. Just a little bit to go.
Tinmouth turns 650 meters into the race, 7:04.43.
Look at Tinmouth go. Iris Tinmouth didn't come in as the strongest recruit at McGill, but she has come up through her years. And what a way to finish this off if she can hold off Emma Spence, such a strong swimmer from UBC, and Ruby Keller, still fighting in third.
Well, it's very much looking like she is holding them off right now. As they come down to the wall, 7:30, 7:16 has elapsed. At this point, Iris Tinmouth still confident in the lead. 100 meters left to go. That's 4 more lengths.
100 to go. These women are turning on their jets. The kick is coming up. Emma Spence is hunting down Iris Tinmouth.
Iris Tinmouth still very much in the lead, about 2 body length lead at this point. The lungs are burning, the body's burning, the legs burning, the arms are burning, but here goes the bell. 50 meters left to go, 8:09.55. Iris Tinmouth, 32.39 split, 8:09.55.
Bell lap, Iris Tinmouth going for the gold in this event. Last race of her university experience. Can she do it?
Tinmouth looking strong throughout the entirety of this race. Coming down to her final event of the final stretch now. She has been confident in the lead, and she will confidently finish as she comes down the wall. 8:41.36 is her final time. Emma Spence, a strong finish at 8:43.88.
Iris Tinmouth, congratulations. What a race. Gold medal for her, silver for Emma Spence, and bronze for Spence's teammate Ruby Keller. So impressive, fantastic to see. What a great final of our 800-meter freestyle.
And the results on the board are official. 8:41.36 is the time. Iris Tinmouth winning this event in dominating fashion against two UBC Thunderbirds in a stacked event. Let's go over to the Champions Corner with Kyle Sockwell.
Emotional teammates that we see on the side there. They are so proud of Iris, their captain. What a strong performance.
Yeah, emotional indeed. You really see it there in this one.
I'm emotional watching this race. Congrats, Iris.
Let's go to the Champions Corner once again now. Kyle Sockwell waiting on the champion.
All right, and I'm joined by your champion in the women's 800 freestyle. Iris, you won. You won the 800 freestyle in the pool, but you also won an award for the things that you've done out of the pool. How do you balance your life in the water and out of the water?
You know, I mean, it's definitely something that I've had to learn to do throughout my undergrad, but I have such an amazing support system with my team and my family, and they've really helped me with all that, and I feel really grateful to have them.
Speaking of your support system, I'm going to do something I haven't done yet. I'm going to throw it to your support system for them to cheer for you one more time. You've got an incredible crew here. One more time for Iris Tinmouth.
How awesome is that? Great job.
Great stuff to her. A hard-fought battle, an emotional one as well, but she came out on top at a very, very strong performance.
What a great race there for Iris Tinmouth in an 800 free, leading pretty much that whole race. You don't see that all the time, Amos. So great work to her. Next up is going to be our second distance event of the evening, the men's 1,500-meter freestyle.
From the University of Toronto, Quinn Mateus.
Well, let's get into the walkout at this point.
From the University of British Columbia.
We have our top 8 coming out here. A reminder that the swims in the morning do count towards this event, but look at this stacked heat that we have.
Absolutely stacked so far. 8 men in the field right now. Edouard Duffy is the fastest one at this point. 14:58.21, his being his time for the Université de Montréal Carabin at this time. But Olivier Risk, Aiden Kirk, you've seen these gentlemen along with Hugo Janvier, Tanner Cole across this entire event. The Canadian senior record set by the great Ryan Cochran, 14:23.35 in 2014. The U Sports Championship set by Eric Hedlund in 14:42.99.
Absolutely. Last year's podium, Hunter Payne, Olivier Risk, and Tanner Cole, 2 of those swimmers we see in this heat again. As Amos mentioned, Edward Duffy coming out RSEQ gold medalist.
Here's the start list for the men's 1,500-meter freestyle. The fastest heat right there. Like I said, it is certainly a strong, strong event. But, you know, it wouldn't be, I mean, given the greatness of this particular event, we actually got some star power right beside us right now. You're seeing it right now, ladies and gentlemen. We got Kyle Sockwell right beside us here. You're going to be commentating alongside us. First of all, welcome to Canada.
Hey, it's great to be here. It's always fun to put on a headset poolside. My voice is hanging on. I've been doing a little bit of PA, and I mean, they've really challenged my vocal cords here with how many records have been broken. I mean, we're in the triple digits in terms of team records. We've seen Canadian senior records broken, U Sports record broken, and we got a great top heat coming up here in the men's 1,500.
You know, it's great to have you on board. I hope you're enjoying your stay here in Canada right now. Let's get into the pool. The water's good. The swimmers on the blocks for the 1,500-meter freestyle. So that makes it 60 lengths of the pool, the longest one by far, almost like a Grand Prix at this point, Kyle.
It is, you know, and what I always say when I'm typically commentating a 1500 is a lot of these athletes are going to break this race up into chunks. Some might do it by 500, some might do it 500, 500, 250, 250. But it's so important in terms of race strategy, especially when you have a heat that is as dense as this heat we have in front of us, to stick to what your plan is. Because you don't know what everybody else, unless maybe it's your teammate, you don't know what the race plan is of lane 7 or lane 2 or lane 3. So you have to just stay in your lane more than any other race in the 1500.
That's a 26.75 split on that last touch right there. Duffy still in the lead, but maybe potentially losing it to Aiden Kirk in this one. But it's still super duper early to call as they come down to the end of length 4. The first to turn is Aiden Kirk, 29.53 split, 56.44 the turn.
And this morning's fastest time was a 15:12. So keep that in mind, viewers, as we look at these results and they come in about 15 minutes from now.
Absolutely, and I've been seeing this a couple of times on the broadcast with events like these. It's the lungs are burning, the body's burning, and the legs are burning, and the arms are also burning. But how do these athletes keep the fire burning inside them?
That's a great question, and one that I feel like I'm too far removed from actually being in the pool to conceptualize at this point. But I mean, the amount of work that the 8 men in the pool right now have put in to be able to do what they're doing, I mean, all you really have to do, unless you're an Olympian or still currently competing, go swim across the pool. And then think about doing that 40 plus more times. I mean, we would just watch the 800 for the women, and it is just, and really I want to go back to the way that you think about an 800 or a 1500, because if you're a young swimmer watching this, or a young swimmer in the building, you do not want to step up behind the blocks and say, all right, 1,500 meters to go, and then start counting down by 1. You want to go through your routine. You want to stay calm and collected, as we talked about a quick opening 50. Some people at the high level will jump on a race early to try and scare the rest of the heat and knock people out of their race strategy. Now, when you get up to the U Sports Championship level, these guys know what they're doing. They know how to stay within rhythm, but the amount of work that they put in to be able to go 50 after 50 after 50, I mean, as we check the splits, as they kind of settle into their pace on this second 250, you'll really see, like, if I had to pick one person on my team when I was swimming to go within, I think, 0.05 of what they guessed they win in a 50 free from a push, it would be our best miler. Yeah. Because those guys just do it every single day, day in and day out.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're seeing it right now, 256.57 split. Aiden Kirk still leading the charge. Olivia Risk now stepping into second place. And, let's go into a little bit of also your work as well. I mean, you've been trying to bring out swimming to the forefront. And as you've seen in your own work, swimming has not been receiving the attention that it deserves with all the work that's coming on board. What have you seen over the last few years that have actually shifted it into the positive direction?
Yeah, it's a great question. And I always love, because I absolutely believe that swimming deserves more in the spotlight. But now my question that I try to ask myself to stay motivated in the work that I'm doing is, what are we doing to deserve more of the spotlight? And I think one of the things to really spotlight where we're at right now at the U Sports Championship is the venue and how it's been decorated, and how McMaster University has just turned this into a championship environment. In some of the interviews I've been doing, I'm trying not to get too repetitive, but I really just want to ask every single swimmer what kind of an impact the environment that is created through the banners and through the custom flags that we have. They might seem like small things, but, stacking those up as a swimmer walks into a venue for the first time, you really want them to think, wow, it's go time, it's championship time. I always talk about the national anthem. And when the national anthem was played at any event that I swam in, that meant go time. And how can we just stack up more of those and have it yield great performances in the pool?
That's a great way to say it, and that's the thing that we especially have faced in Canada as well, and that's why in bringing that sort of value into the broadcast, it's important to set the tone, because that sets the tone what we're talking about. It's the little things that matter in these particular competitions. Everything from every little bit too, as we head back into the race at the third way point, the 1/3 point, 4:57 flat is Aiden Kirk still leading at the charge. Neva, from your experience swimming in U Sports, you know, it's always good to have that extra bit of attention and also the growth in the awareness of the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like Kyle mentioned, coming into a U Sports, you've heard a lot of athletes mention it in those interviews. The cheering and the team environment is so important. We see that here. Teams are lined up along this race. 1,500 meters is long, but they are cheering. Look at this right now. Aiden Kirk and Olivier Risk, teammates. Aiden Kirk winning that 400 meter yesterday, and the teammates are not losing a second of cheering, and that just makes such a difference.
Absolutely not losing a single second right now. And, you know, from your experience here in Canada, you know, what have you enjoyed the most here, Kyle, in Canada?
This might sound weird, but the prelim sessions. You know, I've talked to a lot of athletes before and after these sessions, and you know, typically it would be like, oh, that 400 freestyle relay in the final was amazing, but I always expect a 400 freestyle relay to really bring out the best of the venue. The prelim sessions here have been some of the best, if not the best, that I've ever experienced in the sport. You know, I've been to a lot of meets, but the way that it's been run, the way that it's flowed, the setup, and also, I mean, we talked about the team environment. You know, the way that this team from McGill has been interacting with their athletes, the way that Toronto's been interacting with their athletes, UBC, Calgary, it doesn't get any better in the sport, from my opinion.
And going back into the race, 650 meters in, 6:27.32. Kirk still leading Risk. These are your race-long leaders and teammates, but still very close into that. And going back to my own experience, even calling these events, that's what brings me back to these time and time again. The first time that I called a U Sports Championships, swimming championships in particular, was in 2018. But it never gets old. The energy, you feel it pumping through your veins. I'm just standing here and I'm already feeling the energy here.
Absolutely. And look at this, for teammates to be neck and neck right now like Risk and Kirk in a 1,500. They probably do this day after day, training together. But how fun is that for them to be able to do that today in Markham?
Now, Kyle, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is actually quite rare to see in the 1,500 with two swimmers being this close, even at this point in the race.
Yeah, it's non-typical. But, I mean, as you mentioned, they train this way all the time. And so one of the fun things is this could feel like practice. You know, it's probably hurting a little bit more. You're wearing a suit, maybe your hips are sitting a little higher. But when you breathe and you see something that you've seen, you know, a lane or two over from you, or maybe even sharing a lane over the course of the season, you have to think it makes you feel a little bit comfortable as they flip dead even. I mean, it just feels like they've done this time and time again looking at this right now.
Absolutely. You said it perfectly. Neva said it perfectly as well. We're past the halfway point. Both swimmers, both Thunderbirds coming down on the wall at this point. 800 meters in, 7:57.48 is the time. Both of them having 29.9, 7:29.89 as their respective splits.
Such a great race that we are seeing from them so far. Université de Montréal sitting in third place right now, and then that is Calgary sitting right in fourth.
So from your standpoint, Kyle, you know, aside from also enjoying the action and also the prelims also in the sessions as well, what have you noted from the athletes when speaking with each and every one of them? Because people know who you are, obviously, right? And they've come by to say hello, to talk with you. What was one of the most interesting things that you learned from the Canadian athletes here?
Just constantly impressed by the maturity. And, I mean, the questions that are asked, you know, by athletes, and I want to just expand it all the way to swimming in general. The questions that I get asked on pool decks, you know, at the collegiate level and the professional level, even down to the club level, are so intentional, thoughtful, and, you know, I really feel like this community is growing a lot to start to think a little bit differently about the way that we set up events, the way that we run meets, and, you know, the excitement that we can bring, which, you know, I'm watching this 1,500 in front of me as these teammates are flipping 0.08 apart from one another every 25, and, you know, it's just stuff like this, and these guys are going to get out, they're going to high-five no matter what way this goes, but just the maturity that I've noticed from these kids, they were 0.01 apart there. I mean, this is a great 1,500 right now.
I was just about to say that, a 1/100 of a second difference between them. You do not see this very often in this particular event, at least from my own experience. Just going neck and neck it almost looks like a leisurely swim in the pool, but these men are going at it at 100%.
Yeah, they make it look easy. I mean, their heart rates are definitely lower than ours would be at this point in the 1500, but they're still up there. They're still working. And I mean, you're right. You don't see, or you'll see some close races in a 1500. What you don't typically see is two teammates, one lane apart, tying on like every single 25 of a 1500 and no one making a move. I mean, they're still there.
We'll see a move soon, I bet. I wouldn't be surprised if they're playing a bit of cat and mouse, seeing what teammate is going to come out, but it's when is that going to happen?
Yeah, when does the move happen, right? As you cross 1,000, that's when you think it would show up, but also, that's your teammate. I wonder if he knows when you might try to make a move and he's sitting there waiting, saying, you go and I'll follow.
We're already way over 2/3 of the race so far. What I'm seeing right now is probably some friendly rivalry now at this point. They probably going to settle some scores in a friendly fashion, of course, but man, this is a joy to see two teammates just coming out, bringing their top performance, just neck and neck as we approach the 11-minute mark, just under it at this point. 10:57.55. Olivier Risk at 10:57.55. Aiden Kirk 10:57.76.
And the UBC record sits at 14:52.32. Keep that in mind as these two teammates battle it out.
Absolutely battling out. They're about to lap one of the other competitors as well in this event. I mean, this is the beauty of swimming, but not just this event, but really all the other events, Kyle, that really gives the beauty, the aesthetic of swimming, but also the appreciation for the work of it. And I think that also goes into the value of what the sport brings to the viewers at home.
Yeah, it just looks so easy, right? I mean, even as someone that swam at a pretty high level, I'm constantly watching high-level swimming, and just something in the back of my mind goes, you know, I think it looks so easy that I feel like I could go do 10 100s, best average at 120, and then I'll do two of them, and I'm like, all right, nope. This sport is hard, and they're making it look really easy. As Olivier Risk says, I'm going to make this a little bit more challenging for us and drop a 29.5 there. So the move we were talking about, I think it's happening right now.
Maybe right now. I mean, Neva. I think it's also beautiful for you to see as well. Also, being just recently competing in these championships before in the past too. It's always great to see. I've said this before. It's always good to see other people do well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I relate to Kyle a little bit, thinking I could get in there and do a 100 or two just a year out of swimming, but watching them, I don't think so. But I just love seeing rivalry like this, whether it be a teammate or whether it be another competitor. That's what makes swimming so fun. And regardless of who you're racing, swimmers are so good at a high five and a hug after. People care about each other, and they want everyone else in their field to do well.
Exactly, and right now we're just talking about the moves, Kyle. We're seeing it right now. That's about a full body length ahead between these two Thunderbirds as they come down the wall. Just under 13 minutes, 12:56.41. Olivier Risk now leading still, 12:56.41 as I said, but 29.71 is the split.
Yeah, I like the way Olivier Risk is looking right now, but the thing about the mile with 200 meters to go, when you're this close, you still never know. Because all of a sudden, somebody's legs could have been saved up, and you just see, it looks like they're finishing 100. The most impressive thing I typically try to explain to people about a mile is these guys are going to do 1,400, probably build a 50, and they will sprint 50 meters head-to-head with a heart rate at 120 that'll probably end up at 190 by the time they're done.
Yeah,
ooh, this is going to be fun.
We will see Olivier Risk, a distance specialist, so maybe this is, well, I mean, obviously both distance specialists, but even longer distances than this sometimes. So we are seeing some of that endurance maybe come into play. I'm excited for this last 50.
Yeah, absolutely. As they flip turn there, 1,400 meters in, 100 meters left to go, 4 lengths left to go, 13:55.96, 29.62 split. Olivier Risk still leading Aiden Kirk, the two teammates.
Yeah, if Olivier, I mean, I feel like he might, I don't want to speak too soon, but I feel like he might have this. He just looks so good. You know, he's breathing towards Aiden Kirk right now. Aiden's done a great job hanging with him. The white water starting to come up behind Olivier Risk. I mean, if Aiden wants to do something, he's really got to do it right now.
The bells have come out. 14:25.51, 29.55 split. Risk still coming in. Kirk trying to make a move now.
Look at them go. He is trying to catch up, getting that kick up for this last 25 of a 1,500.
Here they come down the final stretch. The two teammates, your race-long leaders, the final power level down. They're both over 9,000 as they come down the wall. 14:53.64. Risk wins the friendly rivalry. Kirk, 14:55.39. A hard-fought battle, a fascinating completion for them. And in third place, that will go to Edouard Duffy, 15:09.55.
What a great race there. Hunter Payne finishing in fourth, University of Calgary. Hard-fought battle from this top heat of the 1500.
Yeah, great stuff here. I mean, Kyle, this looks great. I mean, the completion of this task, one swimmer left to go, but you're seeing that endurance too. Even if you're not on the podium at all, it ain't over until it's over. As Theo Drouin finishes 15:43.11, that's the spirit of swimming, a part of it at the very least.
I mean, bottom line, that was one of the most exciting 1500s I've ever watched. I mean, they flip-turned for what? 1,200 of the race, almost even, and then a small move made by Olivier Risk, just had a little bit more in the tank and got it done as UBC goes 1-2.
I mean, he took a risk if you told me right now, but thank you so much, Kyle, for stepping on board. He's going to have to do the Champions Corner interview right now as he stepped in here. The official results now, 14:53.64, Olivier Risk in this part. But here comes Kyle Sockwell. Again, thank you, as he gets the interview for the Champions Corner.
And Kyle Sockwell over to do the interview with your men's champion here, Olivier Risk.
I'm joined by Olivier Risk. Yeah, that's you, U-Sports champion. And what a race between the two teammates there. You pulled away just a little bit, started to make a move. But, I mean, just watching that, you guys were flipping dead even. 25 after 25. How fun was that?
That was so much fun. Honestly, the only thing I was thinking about during that race was interview with Kyle. And so I knew that I had to make a move at some point because I didn't want it to be just down to the wire. I wanted to get ahead before the last 50, and I did that, so I was really happy.
Well, you won the race, and you won my favorite interview of all time. One more time for Olivier Risk.
Thank you very much, Kyle. Just ran right back down the Champions Corner. If anything, that's also a highlight to also see as well. But it's all Olivier Risk. He took the risk, and he won big in this one.
Look at this replay here. Such precision and fun, friendly competition from these two teammates. Olivier Risk taking it home, Aiden Kirk second, and Edouard Duffy third of Montreal. What a great 1500. Congrats to our distance swimmers tonight. We are headed out for a short break, and then we will be right back with some awards.
Delaney, Northwest Territories, the birthplace of hockey. Here, you'll find a community full of history and tradition. A community that Quaker surprised by transforming their arena kitchen into a Quaker breakfast bar. Stocked with our Canadian whole grain oats, it's now a place to gather, to eat, and to celebrate. We're proud to feed the passion for hockey in the place where it all started. Because we believe no matter where you're from, you've got this.
Thirsty? With 5 essential electrolytes and 0 sugar, BioSteel is the game changer you've been looking for. All of the good stuff with no extras and no gimmicks. Just clean, healthy hydration. Trusted by pro athletes since 2009. Steel sharpens steel.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
And once again, if we could please have all of our medalists from the men's and women's 200-meter backstroke, our women's 800-meter freestyle and our men's 1,500-meter freestyle medalists. If we could please have you down to the end of the pool deck for those award ceremonies. Go. All right, if we could please turn our attention to the awards ceremony area. Here to present this evening's medals, swimming CEO of Fun, Kyle Stockwell. We begin with the medalists for the women's 200-meter backstroke. The bronze medalist from University of Ottawa, setting a new University of Ottawa record, 2:09:59, Abigail McKinley. The silver medalist and U Sports second team All-Canadian from University of British Columbia, Bridget Burton. 2:06:14. And the U Sports champion and U Sports first team All-Canadian from University of British Columbia, 2:06:09 her time, Emma O'Croynan. And now the medalists for the 200-meter backstroke, the men's 200-meter backstroke. The bronze medalist from University of British Columbia, Jacques Harrison. 1:54:08. The silver medalist and U Sports second team All-Canadian, also from the University of British Columbia, Robin Dahman. 1:53:73. And the U Sports champion and U Sports first team All-Canadian, setting a new McGill University record of 1:53:41, Loic Corville-Fortin. And now the medalists for the women's 800-meter freestyle. the bronze medalist from the University of British Columbia, Ruby Kaler. .846.46. The silver medalist and U Sports second team All-Canadian from the University of British Columbia, Emma Spence. .843.88. And the U Sports champion and U Sports first team All-Canadian from McGill University, 8:41.36 her time, Iris Tinmouth. And now the medalists for the men's 1,500-meter freestyle. The bronze medalist from the University of Montreal, Edward Duffy. 15:09.55. The silver medalist and U Sports second team All-Canadian from the University of British Columbia, Aiden Kirk. 14:55.39 his time. And the U Sports champion and U Sports first team All-Canadian, also from the University of British Columbia, 14:53.64 his time, Olivier Riss. Congratulations, gentlemen. We now turn our attention to the first set of major awards, starting with the Rookies of the Year. This award is presented to the male and female swimmers with the highest aggregate point total for their two best swims at the 2026 U Sports Swimming Championship presented by McMaster. The female Rookie of the Year from McGill University, Rebecca McGrath. the male rookie of the year from the University of British Columbia, Aiden Kirk. Congratulations, Aiden. Now we move on to the Fox 40 Coach of the Year, which is presented annually at the National Championship to the Coach of the Year based on their overall record, leadership, contribution, and overall team improvements. This year's Men's Swimming Coach of the Year is from the University of British Columbia, Derek Schoof. And accepting the award along with Derek, Sarah Rudolph. Congratulations, Derek Schoof, Sarah Rudolph. Just a hint, don't go too far. Your Women's Swimming Coach of the Year is also the University of British Columbia's head coach, Derek Schoof. And Sarah Rudolph up with him to accept that award as well. All right, congratulations to our award winners.
Yep.
Thanks so much for...
Welcome back to live action here on CBC Sports on day 3, the final day of the 2026 U Sports Swimming Championships. Amos Vang here alongside Neva Scott Boris. Let's get into some recaps first, Neva.
Absolutely. Well, we just saw some Coach and Rookie of the Year, but look at these men's standings right now. University of British Columbia, women's standings. University of British Columbia in first place, 1,413. 400 ahead of University of Toronto in second with 1,002. McGill, 50 points behind, 953. Calgary behind them, 695. Western, 467. Ottawa, 331. Victoria, 262. Laval, 255. Montreal, 242. And Guelph, 10th right now with 162.5 for the women.
So one relay could separate Toronto and McGill in this one. That's over to the men's side. British Columbia also the dominating leader at 16-12. Toronto at 907.50. Calgary, 857.50. McGill, 743.50. Montreal at 322. Ottawa 318, Victoria 299, at Western 266, McMaster 155, and Dalhousie at 133. It has been an amazing event so far, but this is the best part of the night, Neva.
Absolutely it is. You know I love a relay. But before we get to the relay, let's talk about the awards that we just gave out. You might have seen on the screen the Rookie of the Year awards on the women's side. That went to Rebecca McGrath of McGill University. Rookie of the Year combines their best 2 swims. For McGrath, that was a 50-meter backstroke where she came 4th, and a 100-meter backstroke where she cinched a bronze medal. On the men's side, Rookie of the Year, Aiden Kirk of UBC, just now got silver in that 1,500-meter freestyle and gold in the 400. Oh, sorry. No, yeah, that's right. And gold in the 400-meter freestyle. So congrats to our 2 Rookies of the Year. We also just saw an award for Coach of the Year, and that was awarded to Derek Schoof, as well as his assistant coach, Sarah, coming up, grabbing that award together for both the men and the women's side. But now, Amos, we have some relays.
Absolutely, we've got some relays right here. Let's start with the women's side. Women's 4x100 meter medley. The first timed final. Manitoba, McMaster, Sherbrooke, Guelph, Brock, Dalhousie, and Waterloo in the pool. So we're going to start off with some backstroke, 100 meters of backstroke in this one.
We have the women's 4x100 medley, or 4x100 medley relay in the water right now. Backstroke, and in a relay a little bit different than the individual medley race. You're going to see backstroke headed straight into breaststroke, then butterfly, then freestyle.
29 flat is the time of the turn, 50 meters in. Brock University right out in front of the backstroke as they get to the second half of the backstroke leg, but the rest of the pack still hot on their toes.
Yes, it is.
Coming down the last stretch of the backstroke leg, Brock University still up in front, all the way over in lane 5. They come down to the end of the backstroke leg, getting in 31-21 split. 1 minute flat, 2-1 is the time of the turn. Now let's go for 4 lengths of breaststroke.
Absolutely, that was Tatum O'Connor of Brock University, taken over by her teammate Adriana Martone, who we saw set a team record earlier today. She is on fire. Look at Brock having a lead a little bit over McMaster.
Absolutely on fire right now, a gigantic lead, 1:28 seconds, and 1:28 rather has left at this point. First touch coming down there will go to Brock University once again, 1:32.64 at the turn so far.
Adriana Martone closely followed by Sarah Gray of McMaster, who is also followed by Guelph University.
Coming down to the last length of the breaststroke leg. Strong performance from Brock University so far. Coming down to the halfway point, almost a half full length in this part of the competition. Brock, however, still has to put some work into that lead to maintain it. 2:11.29 at the switch. Brock University, 38.65 split.
That's Danielle Moss taking over there for Brock University, who is currently still leading our first heat of the women's 4x100 medley.
Strong butterfly start out the gate right there. 2:32 has elapsed in this race so far. Brock, your race-long leader, coming down the wall, turning over. 2:40.03, 28.74 split.
Danielle Moss extending her lead there. Danielle used to swim for Acadia, now really strongly contributing to this Brock relay team. Guelph, though, catching up a little bit. Close by is McMaster as well. OUA strong in this first heat.
Absolutely strong this first heat as we come down to the end of the butterfly section. Brock still up in front, Guelph right behind them at this point. Still trying to challenge hard, coming down in lane 5. Brock University 3:14 or 3:15, 3:4 rather is the time of the turn. 35.31 split. Guelph 33.30 split. Gained a lot of ground on that one.
Absolutely. Look at that takeover. Strong underwater from Guelph and McMaster trying to catch up to Brock here.
Absolutely trying to do that. That is a major, major change right now. Guelph turning up the engines right now, still behind by a good body length right now, but Brock still leading 3:41.56, 26.22 split.
Look at them go. Strong underwater here. Michelle Wang of McMaster trying to catch up to Guelph. Are they going to get to Brock?
Here they come down the final stretch of the race. Brock dominating lead. Guelph trying to catch up, but trying to stave off McMaster. Brock in the lead down to the end. 4:10.31 at the time. Guelph successfully defends second at 4:12.11, and McMaster in third at 4:13.68.
That was Grace Chai of Brock University. You're seeing on your screen, bringing home a Heat 1 win for their school. Great work. we are now headed into our second heat of the women's. Top time from this first heat was 4:10.31. Remember, that can count for points and positions in this next heat.
Looking at the records so far, the Canadian record set by the U Sports Championship record, rather, set by UBC in 2017, 3:58.66 being that one.
Absolutely. Amos, we saw some big records broken last night, didn't we?
Yeah, big indeed, as we're getting set up for the second time final. This one will be a big jump. As I said earlier on when we covered the standings up until this point, around 50 points roughly separate McGill from U of T in the battle for second. And both of them are currently in this relay. McGill in lane 3, Toronto in lane 6. So an interesting development here if one of them manages to get onto the podium or outplace each other.
Absolutely, points being very valuable for all teams in these last few races that we're seeing.
As usual, UBC being in that second time final. The favorites in this one at 4 minutes 3:06 being the time going into this one.
Absolutely, very strong. We see a lot of medalists on that UBC team in their own respective events, and now we brought them together as a team, and our teams are coming out ready to race.
You feel it in the crowds, you feel it in the teams, you feel it on the deck. The last timed final, the last heat of the women's events coming out in full fashion. Here's the start list for the women's 4x100 meter medley relay. In this one,
we are gonna see in lane 0, Laval, 1, Lethbridge, 2, Western, 3, McGill, 4, UBC, 5, Calgary, 6, University of Toronto, 7, Ottawa, 8, Université de Montréal, and 9, UVic. Let's see what these teams are capable of.
50 points separate McGill and Toronto. Toronto currently sits second on the women's standings. McGill sits third. The water's good. Swimmers are on in the water. This is the second time final of the women's 4x100 meter medley relay. Let's start off with some backstroke.
They are off. And right off the bat, lane 4, Bridget Burton is up, and Adam Silver earlier in the 200 breast. She's warmed up and ready to go.
More than warmed up at this point, also more than ready to go at that point. UBC already out in front by a body length early on at the halfway point of the backstroke. They will turn first, 27.51 at the 50-meter mark.
Look at them go. Bridget Burton so strong. Followed here by Hannah Johnson right beside her, and U of T.
U of T still currently sitting in second. McGill still currently in third. A battle for second for crucial points in this one. Here comes UBC. 55, 56, 57, 57.05 rather at the time. 29.54 at the splits. Here comes the turnover to the breaststroke leg. UBC still dominating in the lead.
It is Eloise Allen now in the water for UBC. Up ahead, watch out though, right beside her, Alexandra Page, Canadian record holder in the water. How much ground can her and her competitors make up?
That'll be crucial. Alexandra Page, as you said, in the water. A very, very strong swimmer, as you've seen with records on the weekend. 1:27.58, 35-3 split for UBC. At the halfway point of the breaststroke led by Calgary, thanks to Lepage, is now out in second. But how much ground can she gain for them?
Let's see, Chloe Danks, UT, right on Alexandre's feet.
UBC still out in front, but Lepage showing why she is one of the stronger swimmers in these events. She has gained a ton of ground for Calgary. Moving strongly into second, UBC will complete this leg first at 2:03.29 at the halfway point.
CeeLo Wisp now in the water for UBC, such a strong butterflyer. We've seen her have a gold medal already this weekend.
Feel-a-wisp at this point in the water. UBC still up in front. 2:23 seconds, or minutes and seconds have elapsed at this point. UBC now winding their lead a little bit. 2:30.11 has elapsed. 26.82 UBC leading Calgary.
And she is extending her lead right now over Jasmine Nichols of Calgary. But look at this battle for third at the edge of your screen.
An interesting battle for third right now so far. UBC still leading up. Calgary, a comfortable second place so far. Still trying to catch up at the point. A three-way battle for third. Coming into the end of the butterfly leg, UBC 31.84 split, 33.01.95 into the freestyle.
It is Kyla Sanchez in the water, 100 freestyler winner and record holder earlier today. Look at her up again.
Sanchez looking to close out the deal for UBC. Calgary still up in second place. U of T trying to catch up into this one.
And trying to fend off Western, who is right on their tail in fourth place right now.
UBC, Calgary, Toronto, 1, 2, 3 in this part of the race. Sanchez, flip turning, coming back down the other way.
She is coming home. Is she going to be under that record?
3:49 has elapsed. Sanchez trying to catch up into this point. She leads all the way to the end. 3:54.03. That is a new U Sports record at this point. Calgary completes second. Toronto completes third. This is the rounding out times for the final women's event.
Such a strong race. UBC once again golden in this women's relay. Congrats to Kyla Sanchez on ending that one off. Congrats to all our relay swimmers and medalists tonight.
Calgary's got to be extremely happy about that. You saw that crucial move made by Alexandre Lepage in her leg of the swim that gained crucial ground to gain the silver.
Absolutely. The 4x100 medley relay is just so much fun, Amos. So much happens, so much changes.
Now you see in the replay here, originally UBC, well, it was no question UBC was leading the entirety of the race, but it was originally a battle between U of T and McGill, which we said was crucial for the points, but Alexandre Lepage came in clutch in the end, drawing a dominant second for it. U of T completes third, kicking out McGill from the podium spot.
Next up for our 4x100 medley relays is going to be Heat 1 of the men. Teams are getting excited. Look at UBC there on your screen, making a tunnel to welcome in their gold medalists and U-Sport record-holding team.
3:29.52 set last year. I remember calling that exact swim last year around this time. UBC in this part of the final. But they are not, we will see them in the second time final. The results on the board are official. Will conclude with UBC getting a new U Sports record at 3:54.03, leading Calgary and Toronto on the podium. Here is the start list for the first time final of the men's 4x100 meter medley relay. The fastest one in here is McMaster. And beside them are Dalhousie and Waterloo, a hotly contested event.
Absolutely. In lane 0 here we have Lucas Trigger of Laval. Lane 1, Maxim Kenny, New Brunswick. 2, William Breyer, Wilfred Laurier. 3, Declan Nolan, Dalhousie. 4, Emilio Gonzalez, Maciel, McMaster. Louis Yin, Waterloo. Ho Lam Lau, Manitoba. Jean-Christophe Larue, Sherbrooke. Ethan Rothart-Smith, Brock, and Matthew Rowe, Regina.
The swimmers are in the water. The water's good. Whistles have gone off. This is the first time final of the men's 4x100 meter medley relay.
All right, Heat 1
Look at that stroke right there, flying through for this last race of the night for them.
Final race of the night for them, as you said, Neva. Still close out the bat in the halfway point of the backstroke leg. First to turn at the wall is in lane 5. University of Waterloo at 26.64, leading New Brunswick in this action.
Louis Yin out there in first. Can he hold it off?
Coming down to the end of the backstroke leg. A strong performance so far. But a bit of a lead change coming into this one. Lane 4's McMaster slowly creeping up in this one. They will touch first, 55.48, a great 28.47 split. Here we go with the breaststroke leg.
McMaster currently in first. Hayden Young attacking this breaststroke leg. Waterloo close behind him. Hayden Yapico.
Here comes McMaster coming down the line. 1:18 has elapsed at this point. Coming up to the wall, the halfway point of the breaststroke leg. McMaster in the lead, 27.86. Split 1:23.34 is the time so far.
McMaster's Hayden Young, such a strong line here, but watch out in lane number 1. They are catching up. University of New Brunswick.
Well, they've been in second in the early part of the race. Bit of outside smoke on that one, but McMaster has had a full body length lead at this point as they come up to the end of the breaststroke leg in the halfway point. 1:55.35, 32.01 split.
Brady McPherson Lewison diving in for McMaster, first year on the team, trying to keep that lead that they have already established as the other teams are hot on their heels.
Hot on the heels indeed. But McMaster still with a comfortable lead, but they'll have to work hard to maintain it. Halfway point of the butterfly leg has ended. 2:22.5 is the time, 250 meters in.
McMaster, Waterloo, UNB, and Laurier coming up in fourth right now, but it is close.
Very close indeed. But it's been McMaster. They have lost a lot of ground in this one, but still in a decent lead up ahead. Coming down to the end of the butterfly leg. 2:49.98 is the time at 300 meters in. 29.73 split.
That's Preston McMahon diving in for McMaster, and Kevin Zhang right beside him for Waterloo, fighting it out till the very last stroke.
Here they come down this halfway point of the freestyle part. McMaster has lost a bit of the lead, but still here in the point. 3:14.16, 24.18 at the splits here, but it's a hard-fought battle now.
Look at them go. Who's gonna get it? Head down, don't breathe is what they are saying to themselves. Fighting to the very last second, McMaster, Waterloo.
McMaster and Waterloo, a hard-fought battle to the end. This may be a nail-biter. Who's gonna touch there first? McMaster still out-touches 1/100th of a second, staving off the Waterloo Warriors and getting this time final on board.
What a nice heat win for the host school in their last race of the weekend. Strong, strong heat one here. McMaster celebrating on this side over there as we are about to get ready for heat number 2.
Well, it's a little bittersweet at this point, the last event of the night, Neva, but all things must come to an end. But this end is going to be a fiery one. All the teams have come out to play at this point.
Yes, it is, Amos. We've seen some exciting relays, but I think these 4x100s are where it's at. What a way to end off such a fantastic U Sports Championships. Let's see what this final heat brings. Oh my goodness, action-packed.
We will have to see very, very quickly. Teams still getting prepared to come down this section. Second team final already looking off the bats. York University in lane 0, but before we get to that point, lots of U Sports action still coming up here at this point.
We are seeing these teams come out here for the top heat and the very last one. The teams on this side are excited. They're bringing the energy here to Markham to watch this final heat of the men's 4x100 medley. Who do we have in...
Before we get to that point, women's hockey tickets are still on sale right now. The 2026 Miller Waste Systems U Sports Women's Hockey Championship is headed to Woolwich, Ontario on March 19 to 2022. Visit usportstickets.ca to order your tickets today and chase the glory.
Look at this stacked heat that we are going to see coming up in a second. Right now, you're seeing those standings from the last heat. But here we go, lane 0, York University, who has a fun fact, over 20 years since they have qualified a relay team for this event. Lane number 1, Montreal, 2, Victoria, 3, McGill, 4, University of Toronto, 5, UBC, 6, Calgary, 7, Ottawa, 8, Western, 9, Lethbridge. Let's see what these men can do in this last race of the weekend.
For the final time, the water's good. The swimmers are in the pool. The whistles have gone off. You hear it right now. This is the second time final of the men's 4x100 meter medley relay. Here we go. The backstroke leg has begun.
Right now in the water, we have some big names. We have Andrew Herman there in lane 4, Raven Doman beside him, Loic Courville, Fortin, McGill. Look at them fight it out.
It's a hard fight already on board of the halfway point. It's a fast one. We're not even 25 seconds in, 24.30. U of T gets the first touch, however, as they lead UBC in this one.
Record setter Andrew Herman there. Body length ahead of his competition already. Toronto are geared up.
Yeah, U of T really showing themselves that they are still a force to be reckoned with about a half body length ahead of the rest of the competition. Andrew Herman will come down to the wall. 50.64 at the time. At the turn to 26.34 at the split. U of T still leading by just a little bit.
Absolutely. Nathan Thomas coming in there for U of T. Justice Mignot right beside him. Eric Linsenson right there on the other side of U of T as they get into the breaststroke.
U of T still leading on the breaststroke, led by UBC still gaining ground at this point. They're just about a half or third body length away. Halfway point through the breaststroke leg. You hear it in the stands. You hear it in the teams. 1:17.63, 26.99 split for U of T, but they are slowly losing ground.
Justice Mignot catching up there to Nathan Thomas, stroke by stroke on this breaststroke.
U of T's going to have to coast down to the wall. Last stretch of the breaststroke. Crucial strokes at this point. They are neck and neck, almost tied at this point. U of T has a slight advantage right now, coming down to that point. That's the halfway point of this part. Next leg coming in board, 1:49.31. U of T leading by just a tiny little bit, but they have lost the lead.
And it is now Kai Lilienthal, that 100-meter fly winner, who's in the water beside him. Ben Lowen, 200 fly winner as they battle it out. Lilienthal taking a lead.
Lilienthal taking a massive lead at this point. A full body length and just 1 or 2 lengths. 2:12.18 is the time. 22.79, a fast split against the University of Toronto's 24.25 at 2:13.56.
McGill still sitting in third. Calgary right behind them as we battle it out for these podium positions.
Once again, the U Sports record held by UBC in 2025 is 3:29.52. UBC still dominating up in front as they come down the wall at the end of the butterfly leg. 2:39.81. Here we go with freestyle.
Look at them go. UBC still in the lead. U of T trying to catch them. McGill, crazy stroke rate right behind.
That's a fast freestyle length right there. UBC now has won the lead by 2 full body lengths right now. They come down 3:02, 2:0, 22.39 split, 22.69 split for U of T. Here they come down the final stretch.
Look at them go. U of T trying to get there, but there is only a 25 left for these teams.
For the final time of this weekend, here they come down the final stretch. UBC confidently, as they have been all weekend, will finish first. 3:26.64, shattering the U Sports record in dominating fashion. U of T finishes second, 3:29.54. McGill at 3:32.39. An explosive conclusion to a fast weekend.
What a fast event. What a way to cap off such an incredible weekend of swimming. That is Yuri Kissel of UBC. Benjamin Winterborn right beside him. You're seeing on camera. Congrats to these men on this 4x100 meter medley relay. Look at this recap.
It certainly is a recap to behold of this one. U of T looking like they had a pretty dominating start to the race, but the crucial team members of the Thunderbirds came out to play, as you saw there, from one body length away to all of a sudden completely overtaking U of T in this event. UBC already solidifying an extremely powerful and strong performance all weekend. And the results are truly official. Once again, the U Sports record, UBC shattering just a year later their own record, 3:26.64. U of T at 3:29.54 being second. McGill University at 3:32.39. What a way to end it.
What a way, Amos. It has been a great weekend and such a pleasure to commentate this U Sports swimming meet. I'm so excited to have been here, and I'm so excited to have delivered these swims to you.
How do you feel after your first U Sports Swimming Championships?
I feel great, and I feel great to have done it alongside you. Thank you for your support. This has been such an awesome time.
And thank you so much for coming on board, and it's been great to work with you as well on the commentary. And it truly has been a fascinating conclusion to all of this. And, you know, it's a great conclusion, and, you know, UBC, as expected at this point, will be expected to win the U Sports title. And we're so thankful that you've been along for the experience with us here on CBC Sports. Now, before we sign off, we would like to take this opportunity to thank all of the people who have worked so very hard to bring you these broadcasts, as well as coverage of men's and women's swimming all season long. The executive producer of U Sports on CBC is John Bauer. The associate producer is Alan Hudis. The U Sports graphics coordinator is Aaron McPherson. The video producer is Seamus Downey and Sarah Saeed. The stats have been provided by John Edwards and Isabel Norville-Davy. The traffic has been provided by Tyler Mulligan. Also, our U Sports on CBC streaming partner, ISI Live, has been including Matt Copeland, the Vice President, Network Operations and Support. Operations Specialist being Caitlin Demaronese. Broadcast Specialist Justin Holyer, and CEO Bayant Nethering. Local production provided by Soundbox and McMaster University. The director of the U Sports Swimming on CBC has been Mason Lau Daisley. Technical producer and engineer has been Adam Marshall. The replay operator, Mario Nacarado. Camera operators, Ainsley Gritter, Brandon Harding, and Annie Livingstone. Graphics and timing provided by RecTech, and a special thanks to the Swimming Canada officials, Mac Abbott and McMaster University, for organizing this championships. A shout out to the other Marauders Sports Information Department, including Jay Barlett and Aaron Hilson, as well as the sports information professionals from across Canada for their help. Once again, Neva, thank you so very much for coming on board. And also thanks to Philippe Germain for their work this weekend. And finally, most importantly, thank you to everyone around Canada and around the world, our fans, the swimming fans from across the land, for your amazing support of U Sports Swimming across Canada all season long throughout this championship. We invite you to continue watching U Sports on CBC. Next weekend, it's the 2026 U Sports University Cup Men's Hockey and Women's Hockey Championships. Our coverage gets underway on Thursday. Check your local listings and usports.ca for the complete schedule and broadcast details. So, for the final time, on behalf of our entire U Sports on CBC crew here in Markham, Ontario, this is Amos Vang signing off for now. Stay tuned for the award ceremony, but we'll be signing off for this. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay legendary, and have a wonderful weekend.
Absolutely, Amos. I second everything you said there. Make sure to stay tuned on this broadcast for our team champions, our swimmer of the year, and those relay medal presentations. It has been such an honor to be bringing you this championship. Thank you.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Have a great weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the east end of the pool deck as we begin our final award ceremony of the 2026 U Sports Swimming Championships hosted by McMaster University. Here to present the medals representing McMaster University are host conveners Mac Abbott and Natasha Simons.
Up first, the women's 4x100 medley relay medalists. Your bronze medalists from the University of Toronto, Mariah Kosich, Chloe Danks, Nina Mullen, and Tegan Vanderleek. Your silver medalist from the University of Calgary, setting a new University of Calgary team record at 4:00:57. Hannah Johnson, Alexandre Lopez, Jasmine Nichols, and Eliza Houseman. And your 2026 U Sports champions in the 4x100 medley relay, smashing the old U Sports championship record by 4.5 seconds. The UBC of Bridget Burton, Eloise Allen, CeeLo Wist, and Kyla Sanchez. Up next, your medalists in the men's 400 medley relay. Your bronze medalist in the 400 medley relay, setting a new McGill University record at 3:32:39. The team of Loic Corville-Fortin, Eric Linsyson, Tristan Govier, and Hossein Firag. And your silver medalist, the University of Toronto, setting a new University of Toronto record at 3:29:54. The team of Andrew Herman, Nathan Thomas, Benjamin Lowen, and Benjamin Winterborn. And your U Sports champions in the men's 4x100 medley relay, taking over 3 seconds off of the U Sports championship record, UBC's team of Raven Doman, Justice Mignot, Kai Lilienthal, and Yuri Kissel. One more round of applause for all the men on the podium right now. All 3 breaking their school records and a new U Sports record. What a way to end the 2026 U Sports Swimming Championships.
Congratulations to our medley champs right there. Here to present the Swimmer of the Year and Champion trophies are Tara Hato from U Sport and Keena Jepson from McMaster University. The outstanding male and female swimmer of the year are selected by the technical committee at the championship and is based solely on performance at the championship. The female swimmer of the year from UBC is Kyla Sanchez. And the male swimmer of the year from the University of Toronto is Andrew Herman. Good to see Andrew's not popular at all. There he is, your male swimmer of the year, Andrew Herman. He swims fast. He just doesn't get to award ceremonies quickly. And now it is time to present the final medals of the 2026 U Sports Swimming Championships as we celebrate this year's championship winning teams. Starting on the women's side, retaining the team championship, the 2026 U Sport Women's Swimming Champions are the UBC Thunderbirds. One more time for your U Sports Swimming Champions, the UBC Thunderbirds.
And before we hand out the men's trophy, we do want to notice the Women's Rookie of the Year from UBC, Ruby Keller. Congratulations, Ruby, and congratulations, UBC, on your Women's U Sports Championship.
All right, let's get our men's champs up here now. Also retaining the team championship, the 2026 U Sports Men's Swimming Champions, completing the gold medal sweep, are the UBC Thunderbirds. All right, as we celebrate our men's champs right here, congratulations to the UBC Thunderbirds, our men's and women's champions. I'm calling it a night, but I just want to, before I get out of here, say a monstrous thanks to Kyle Sockwell, your announcer all weekend long. It has been amazing and an honor to get to work with him. Thank you so much, Kyle, and congratulations.
That concludes our 2026 U Sports Championship from McMaster University. 100+ records broken, U Sports records broken, Canadian records broken. Can't wait to see y'all next year at Calgary University. Get home safe.